Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Good evening, lovely people. Hope you're well and welcome to another Monday Night Live show. My name is Callum Drifty. Man like Matt will be joining us shortly. We are Team Kop-Ish. As per usual, guys, you know what I'm going to ask you. Like the video, comment in the comment section. Keep it respectful. This is a community. We want to keep it that way. And subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'm also going to say another thing, guys. You should be following us on social media. We're on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. And this show, our Thursday show, the Prem Panel show, and our Friday Night Live call-in show are also available on podcast. So make sure, guys, you subscribe to us on one of your favorite podcast platforms. That being said, Drift, it's a new week. How are you feeling, bro?
I was venting a little bit earlier on the preview, so I think a couple of the people already know what we were talking about. But yeah, I know if I speak, I'm gonna upset some people, but yeah.
Now you've said that, I'm gonna ask because I didn't get to watch the preview because I was at work. What was being said?
It's just pretty much things that I've said to you lot in the group, but just a bit of an elaboration on it. Like, I just think it's very important that we concentrate on the cups more than the league if we're talking about squad rotation and priority. So, as much as I want everyone to go ham in the league, because if City slip up, we have to be there just in case, because the probability is so low. Let's just concentrate on what we've got the power over, which is the 2 cups. And if we get a cup treble, it's a spectacular season. And I'll still be very proud of the players. So, yeah.
And you know what I'm going to say, innit? All the belts. Go hard or go home, innit? So,
yeah.
That's
I want to know how you lot feel now, obviously, with them being 4 points ahead of us. And they need to drop points in 2 games now instead of 1. Like, it's one of them ones, isn't it?
They're not 4 points ahead of us. They're 3 ahead of us.
Yeah, but they've got a superior goal difference, so it gives them a point.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, because unless we catch that up, it doesn't matter if we end on the same point.
No, because, it's 3 points, though. If they lose a game, we don't know how much they're going to lose by. It's 3 points.
if they get spanked, 100%. Chances are it'll just be 1-0.
Not even if they get spanked. They could just lose a game.
Yeah, but if it's only 1-0, then they've only got 1 goal taken off their 4 advantage from us. Say we only beat Villa 1-0. We get the 3 points, but that's only 1 goal difference. So if the goal, 4 goals is quite a big spread in terms of the goals. If it was 1 or something, it'll be a minor. 4 is quite a lot because every time they win a game, that gets bigger. And we've got to better what they get. Do you get what I mean? So, like, yeah, 4 points is a lot, bro. It's a lot.
Until it's 4 mathematically impossible, I'm not giving up. Or unless it becomes to a point where it's just like, it's unassailable, I'm not giving up, man. It's 1 game in it. They could drop points, and equally so, we could as well. But I think they've got a loss in them. Personally do. Just whether we can capitalize or not. But I want us to be there.
Are we going to make sure we win all 3 games?
Well, I don't know, but I want us to at least be there rather than, see this game tomorrow, for example, go weak in it, and then we don't get the points that we need, and then they end up losing 1 and drawing 1, and we're sitting there thinking we should have gone harder in the Aston Villa game.
I hear that, but if we play the same team and knacker everyone out, and then come the FA Cup game, we can't win because everyone's out on their feet, that's also a problem. So
it's a risk, though, bro. It's a risk we got to take.
I don't think you should risk things you've got control over.
It's the final round of a boxing match, bro. Do you go for the knockout, or do you coast and hope the judges give it to you?
But again, that's in your hands, though. Again,
sometimes
this isn't in our hands. So let's take care of what's in our hands, and then we'll see what happens afterwards.
Fair point. Well, to be honest, that leads us very nicely onto the first topic, to be honest. And we're going to be discussing Liverpool's season so far and what will constitute to it being a successful season. Let's do this. Right. So here's where context and predictions are all crazy.
So
at the beginning of the season,
give me 1 sec. I can still hear you.
At the beginning of the season, again, chest out, I predicted Man City to win the league, but I always said that we'd run them close. Then when we got to around December time and January, it looked as though the league was theirs. And I think most people would have been happy with just the Champions League. That January comes, we lose Mane, Salah to AFCON and Naby, and we think, geez, after that Arsenal game where we drew, we think, geez, it's looking rough for us. We ain't really got that depth. We come through January, and we're in the final of the Carabao Cup. We sign Luis Diaz, and our boys come back from Africa. Mane with the win, Salah with, unfortunately, the runners-up, but someone has to lose. Man City drop points, and we then go from saying a successful season would just be winning maybe the Champions League to, oh, we can potentially do the quad. Now we're sitting here, still able to do the quad. One trophy already captured. FA Cup next weekend. In 2 weeks' time, the Champions League, and then the league still to play for at the moment. What, in your opinion, Drift, would be a successful season considering where we are right now, not necessarily what we predicted at the beginning of the season?
Do you want me to be frank, or do you want me to give you the top red answer?
No, I want you to be honest.
If the only thing we win from now to the end of the season is the Champions League, that's a sensational season.
Okay.
If we win the Cup treble, it's a record-breaking season because nobody's done that before. And if we do the quad, then we clock football. That enough said. So for me, as much as I want to win both cups and everything is about those games, as long as we get the Champions League. Because I think most people, which is completely wrong, by the way, I'm just going to put that, but I think most people will consider this a failure of a season if all we get is the FA Cup and the League Cup.
You've just answered the question I was going to ask you next then. So it's for everyone in the comments as well. If we don't win the league and the FA Cup, or win the Champions League, do you guys think it's a successful season? Because again, personally, I would say we've had success, but I don't necessarily know if we'd be a successful season based on where we are now. But I also wouldn't call it a failure. I would say it's kind of in the middle. And the reason I say that is because of where we got to. In the same way, 13-14, when it started, no one in their right mind said Liverpool should win the league or we want Liverpool to win the league this season. By the time April came around and that Chelsea game happened in May, if I'm not mistaken, everyone said the season felt like a failure because we didn't, even though we weren't meant to from the beginning. So adjustments, context, all has to change. And we're here where we are now.
We didn't get a trophy that year, though, to caveat.
No, I hear that. But even if we had just got the Carabao Cup that season, I still don't think it would have eased the pain of not getting the league.
No.
We were never
meant
to, that season. We were never meant to even compete for the league, let alone almost win it.
No, but we got too close for it to not happen, didn't we?
All right, 2005, we weren't meant to win the Champions League that season. When we were in the final at half time and we were 3-0 down, a lot of people would have been like, this has been a failure of a season, right?
We didn't qualify for Champions League that year, though.
No, but my point is, though, Drift, feelings and context change everything, innit? Because if I'd said to anyone in September, Liverpool win the Champions League, if we don't, it would be a failure, I'd have been ridiculed, and rightly so. But when you're in a final, for me, it changes things. So for me personally, I will be extremely disappointed if we don't win at least the next two cups. Extremely disappointed. Chelsea, again, I'm not even trying to overlook Chelsea. That'd be stupid of me to overlook Chelsea. But Chelsea have been utter garbage recently. And yes, they might pull out a cup final game or whatever, but we should, in my opinion, beat Chelsea, this current Chelsea. Real Madrid, again, heritage personified. They're a team you've got to kill. You've got to knock Real Madrid out or choke them out. But it's a game I do think we can win as well, even though it won't be easy. The Premier League, for me, should be the most difficult one to win out of the lot because it's the one where we haven't got the balance in our favor as much. But the other two, I'd expect us to win. And I'll be honest, I'll be very disappointed if we don't win them.
Here's the thing. I'm not saying when you get to the final, you should have an easy team. And I'm not being disrespectful to any of the teams who I'm going to give as an example. But the one thing that I'm kind of like annoyed with from a selfish point of view is it isn't a scenario where, like, I don't know.
What Man City had with Watford, for example, a couple of seasons back.
Yeah. Or like, so with Crystal Palace to beat Chelsea, I'd be a bit more confident about winning the FA Cup. If it'd have been the other way round and it'd been Villarreal versus Man City and we played Real Madrid and we'd gone through and somehow Villarreal knocked out Man City and it was Villarreal in the final, I'd be a lot more confident. It's just a shame both finals are against elite level sides, we have to be honest. Even though Chelsea have fallen away a lot in the last few months through whatever they're going through, they will still be what you would consider a top 10 in world football team. They're still, they won the Champions League last year, for an example. So if you're a team that's in the top 10, if you're compiling the top 10 teams in Europe, if you're playing the team in that top 10, you're playing what would currently be called an elite team. And both of the teams we're playing are in that top 10, which is a bitch. So even though it was a spectacle, it'll be a brilliant final for the neutral, etc., etc. It is a little annoying there isn't just a bit of a, somehow Benfica made the final. You know, they're them crazy scenarios where you're like, yeah, we should get this done. There's a hell of a lot of pressure to beat Chelsea and Real Madrid within the space of 2 weeks, bro. A hell of a lot of pressure. You know,
but this is what elite teams face. They face pressure drift, and we've got to
do what I hear that.
Got to do what you got to do. Look, again, I'm not sitting there saying I won't be nervous on Saturday. I'll be nervous on the 28th of May as well, God willing. But hey, I definitely would not trade the nerves I'm going to feel for being in the finals, for not being in the finals, or being like an Arsenal. Lee, I see you. I definitely wouldn't trade it. So I'm going to enjoy the ride, man.
Apparently getting top 4 is the thing you should be celebrating the most.
No, of course. We're going to see what Arsenal are like playing 2 games a week next season. Up until the group stages finishes anyway. And they get paired up with Bayern or someone.
And the thing is, I can understand a little bit of banter here and there from other clubs. Just like, football's like that, just taking little jabs and all that. But when we look at everything as a whole, regardless of what we achieve come May the 31st, right? We've got to have just a general assessment of the whole thing, because for Man United, Tottenham, and Chelsea to be doing what they're doing, it's pretty hilarious. Like, Arsenal are punching above their weight. Arsenal are a 7th or 8th place team fighting for top 4. They're actually punching above their weight. They're doing an Everton from back in the day, or a Leicester, or they're doing one of those ones. And fair play to them. They're punching above their weight. Brilliant. But Chelsea, Man United, and Tottenham, bigger things were expected of those 3 teams. Chelsea and Man United were supposed to win the league. They were supposed to win the league. So it's just quite funny that the supporters of those clubs are like throwing hella shade and stuff. Don't get me wrong, Chelsea won the World Cup, so they still did well this season to get one of the big trophies in. But bloody hell, their league form, they might finish below Arsenal, Cal.
I don't think they will.
There's only 1 point in it.
I know, I don't think they will. Chelsea won't not qualify for the top 4 because I think they only need 1 point from the last 3 effectively to finish in the top 4. But
no, they have to win. They need a win from the last 3, because if Tottenham beat Arsenal, both Arsenal and Tottenham could still finish above Chelsea.
No, but I'm talking about to be outside the top 4. I genuinely don't think Chelsea or Chelsea fans care whether it's 3rd or 4th, as long as they're in that Champions League spot.
No, that's what I mean, bro. I mean, if they say they lost 2 and drew 1, they'd be out the top 4 if Spurs win all 3 and Arsenal win the 2 after they lose to Tottenham. Chelsea would be out the top 4, bro. They have to get 3 points somewhere.
Yes,
they have to get 3 points somewhere, or draw all 3 games or whatever.
Yeah, if Andre, shout out to Andre, as just said, they've got Watford and Leeds though. That are pretty much as 3 points.
Oh yeah. They're bankers. They're bankers. Yeah. Well, to be fair, they're lucky they've got them 2 bankers. Real talk, bro. Because
yeah, for real. Shout out to everyone in the chat as well. By the way, special shout out to Kev and Luke Tanner from LFC Day Trippers as well. Much appreciated. And guys, please do as they say, smash the like button. It is something that takes half a second to do, but it goes a long way to helping us. So please do give us a like. Also, shout out to Ramsey who helped out with the preview earlier as well. Big up yourself, bro. Much appreciated as always.
Yeah, big up Ram.
So yeah, just to round that little bit off then. So for you, Drift, if we get the champion, as long as we get the Champions League, to use a successful season, yeah.
As devastated as I'll be with the loss in the FA Cup, because I don't want to lose to Chelsea, and obviously I want the trophy. As long as we get the Champions League between now and the end of the year, at the end of the season, for me that's a successful season. Champions League and the League Cup is fine with me.
Fair dues. Look, I get the logic, but I want at least 3. I still want the quad. I still think the quad is achievable. I need them all, man. I need them all.
Yeah, but again, bro, like I said, it's a very slippery slope, because if you end up disappointed by feeling too much of a we need all of that.
Oh no, Drift, don't get me wrong. I'll still be celebrating. I'll be shameless with it, bro. I'll have apple juice mixed in with Lucozade Sport. I'll be going up, bro.
Oh, that don't even sound good.
Yeah, I know, bro, but this is what we do, bro. We go all out, but I will still have that disappointment in me where I'm like, oh, we could have done the 4 this season, but little things here or there. And that's all it is. Let's be honest, it's fine margins. We've lost 2 Premier League games all season, but we've drawn a bag, which is kind of hampered us.
Can I ask you a question? And to the people in the chat as well. And I'm not saying this is the situation. I'm just saying, have you thought about this? The quad thing, is that not ego?
No. I want to be the first club. No, not well. I can only speak for myself. I want to be the first club to do it, bruv.
Yeah, and is that not is it not ego making that?
That's history, bro. That's history.
Yeah, isn't history technically ego?
No, it's history, bro. It's history.
There's a massive part of me. Don't get me wrong. I know every Liverpool fan wants to do it. So I get that. I feel the majority of people want to do it to just rub it in everyone's face rather than to enjoy it for themselves.
That's just the icing on the cake, bro.
Fair enough, but the way people are going on, I kind of believe it's more to rub it in people's face rather than to enjoy it themselves.
No, but here's the thing, though, Drift. Even if we come out of this season with just the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, for example, there's only 2 teams in world football that can banter us: Man City and Real Madrid. So
I hear that.
Arsenal fans can say what they want. Man United fans can say what they want. But what can they really say if we start having a conversation and breaking stuff down? What are Arsenal going to come to the table with? Oh, we got 4th place. Okay. We got 2nd. We got 2 trophies. Chelsea, what are they going to say? Oh, we got 3rd place. Okay. You've got no ownership. You've got no stadium. We don't know when your next player's coming in. You bought a £100 million striker who can't hit a goal. Where's your trophies? Conversation done. Man United, let's not even go into the conversation because it's just rough over there. Get your roof fixed in your stadium before you even speak about football. So really and truly, no one can say anything. I'm seeing even talk about Spurs. What can Spurs say to us? What, they got a draw? Is that what we're doing now? You come and banter us because you got a draw against us. Come on.
But it's the wickedest thing how no one has common sense or self-awareness in the football world. So they're not going to give a shit about any of that, are they?
Then we don't indulge in the conversation then, bro. Like, you say, oh, thank you very much. Thanks for the conversation. Thanks for saying your comment. And we move on from it.
No, I hear that. I just want to make sure everyone wants it for the right reason.
Because if you see a madman on the street and you start arguing with a madman on the street, what do you then become? A madman arguing with a madman on the street. I don't want to be a madman. So I'll walk away. I'll say, enjoy your day, sir, and we'll keep it moving. There's only 2 teams in world football who'll be able to talk to us.
I'm just saying, and I think you lot can actually attest to this because you lot know that I am a very humble winner. I know you lot even told me, oh man, rub it in everyone's face and be more like, I'm a humble winner. I want it for me, for my joy, for me to go to bed with a smile on my face at night. I don't give a fuck what the rivals say. Honestly, I don't. So I'm just saying, like, let's just make sure we want to win it for us and not ego. Do you know what I mean? Let the ego only be like 20% of it. Let's make sure 80% of it is we want the win for ourselves. Fuck what they say. Who cares about the rivals? Football banter will always happen. But let's want this for ourselves. Do you know what I mean? Fuck what anybody else has to say. Let's want this for ourselves.
I'm humble unless I'm pushed.
Nah, Cal, you're not really humble.
I am, bro. Hear me out,
in life
Drift.
you're humble. Not in victory, you're not. I can't
hear me
lie,
out,
bro.
Drift. Hear me out. Hear me out. All jokes aside, we've got very good relationships, touch wood, thank God, with most of the YouTubers from other channels and other teams, right?
Yeah.
When we beat in Leicester, Lee Chappie never got any smoke from me, did he? Expressions never get smoke from me if we beat Tottenham.
Yeah, that's true.
Lewis with Chelsea, when we beat him, never get smoke from me, does he? Who do
Basically,
I give
anyone
to?
who gives it, you give it back.
Dude, I'm allowed to defend my castle, right?
Yeah. I don't even give it back because I know they already know what the deal is, so I don't even bother give it back.
I told you, Drift, I'm the chimney. That's who I am. Unless you set me on fire, you won't get any smoke, bro. I'm the chimney. That's all it is. Let me have some of these super chats. Kamal, You'll Never Walk Alone says, thanks for the content, lads. Rarely catch live as I usually catch up at work. You man help me get through my day. I'm 22 and a treble would be the best season I've seen. Some of our fans are fickle. First and foremost, big up to yourself. I wish I was 22 again. Bloody hell. Feels like a decade ago because it was a decade ago.
Enjoy it. It'll fly by before you know it, bro.
And yeah, I'll be honest, at 22, this would have been, I'm not going to lie though, at 22, you've lived a decent life still. If you go back 10 years from where you were born, it was sticky still. It was very sticky.
But he was still around for the sticky patch. 2010 got techie, bro.
I know, but he'd have been young in the sticky patch. He'd have been young in the sticky patch.
Yeah, but he must have been getting abuse at school, bro. Think about it. He would have been about 12, 13. I know, bro, that was peak football banter, bro. Remember them ages there getting ripped at school, bro?
That's true. That's true.
Oh, man. Yeah, Gerard was the only thing he had to hold on to at school. That was it. Other than that, it was peak, bro.
It's true. Pimp in Distress. Big up Pimp in Distress. Evening, guys. Big up. Keep an eye out for a courier incoming around Croydon where we move. Hello.
Yeah, all right. Pimp in Distress.
Pimp in Distress.
He's the man. Pimp in Distress is the man.
Special human being, man. We appreciate. Eddie Ventures says, "What happens if we end up being tied on points and goal difference?"
It goes to goal scored. No, goal scored. Yeah, and then after goal scored, then it would be a playoff. Can you imagine if we had to play Man City in a playoff at the end of the year, bro?
Bring it on, man.
That'll be
bring it on. Pete Al says, you're going to talk about Calvin Ramsey and Mane with buying. Yes, we are. That's coming up later on in the show, bro. We definitely are. Oh, I've got some stuff to get off my chest when it comes to that stuff. Jamrock, big up Jamrock as well, because you were just in the other stream as well. Fans rightfully should feel very disappointed not winning the Premier League because we keep beating ourselves. Cal, 351 points to 348 points since 18-19 to current season. Drawing against mid and bottom teams are losses.
Yeah.
All right. Jamrock, I fully agree with you. What I will say to that, though, is it's 3 points in it. And yes, the 3 points are big because we lost a league on one and we could potentially lose another league based on 1 or 2 or 3 points effectively or more if things go even more pear-shaped. What I will say to the context of that, though, is you can't win every game. It's impossible, especially as we're competing on multiple fronts as well. I'd say this is the first season where we're competing on multiple fronts, where we actually have the depth of squad to do it, and we're not just going through on magic and adrenaline almost. 18-19, if we actually deep it, we went through those two, that Champions League and the Premier League push, based off adrenaline and magic, because we didn't have a squad like we have now. This one hurts probably a bit more because we do have the squad now, or is close to it. But
we played about 10 games less though, Cal, because we got knocked out the first round of both domestic cups.
That as well. As well.
I will say this, even though Jamot does have a point, if I'm being quite honest with you, and again, I hate that I can't say anything about City, otherwise everyone goes, I just like City. I fucking hate them pricks, yeah. Just get it straight.
But we got
to be real. We've only beaten City one time in those 3 campaigns, if I'm not mistaken. And it was the Anfield game in the year we won it, and we were so far ahead, we were drunk, and they just got that like behind closed door victory against us. But if we're being honest, we're just not good enough to beat City when we play them. We have to be honest. We let them come and get a draw at Anfield all the time, and they usually beat us at the Etihad. And we just gotta be honest. Like the draw at the Etihad this season was a good point because we don't normally get a point at the Etihad.
If I'm not mistaken, haven't they beaten us twice though?
They've beaten us at they've had a draw at Anfield, and then we won at Anfield, and then we drew at Anfield. And they beat us at their ground, and then we drew at their ground. In the 3 times there was a title race. And behind closed doors, they even beat us at Anfield last year. But we won't really count that season because of the injuries. But they beat us whole man away that year, if I'm not mistaken. So we're being honest with ourselves. Them draws to Everton and Brighton and them little dickhead draws, those draws really do hurt us. We have to beat City. Yeah, we've only beaten them at the Etihad in the Champions League. That's heritage. We've seen what they're like. They don't have that. If you think about the league, we're actually really poor against Man City in general. We don't really beat them. We don't. And it's actually really bad, especially the fact that they've come and got 2 draws at Anfield. Do you know what I mean? Like and they nearly won the game. Mahrez missed a penalty in the last minute. I think the last time we beat them at our ground.
It wasn't the last minute. It was the last 15 or 10 minutes.
All right, well, yeah. I mean, when Wijnaldum got the winning header against them in 17-18 is the last time we beat them other than when we won the league. But we weren't in the title race that year. That was our like...
That was 16-17.
Oh, was it even further back? Was it 16-17? Well, there you go then, bro. So
no, we beat them 17-18 in the league as well. We beat them 4-3.
Yes, we did. Oh, yeah, we're the only team that stopped them going unbeaten, innit? If we didn't beat them, they would have been invincible.
And then they did the reverse to us the season after.
Oh, yeah. But then, why beat them when it don't matter? Because them seasons we beat them, we weren't trying to win the league. Do you know what I mean?
No, it did matter because we got top 4 by like a point that season. It mattered a lot.
Oh, well, yeah, in that context, yeah. But what I mean is the 3 times that we've really battled them right to the end for the title, why didn't we, you know what I mean? Like, and when you even deep it.
No, the 3 times we battled them, 13-14 we beat them at Anfield.
No, under Klopp, I mean.
So 18-19, yeah, we drew.
Yeah, 19-20 we won.
19-20 we won, and then this season we drew.
Yeah.
But in those 3 seasons, 18-19 they beat us, 19-20 they beat us, again behind closed doors, but still they beat us. But they didn't beat us this season, so it's only 2-1.
No, but they beat us at their ground every time, though. So even though they got a draw at Anfield, we didn't take anything from the Emirates from the Etihad game.
No,
remember they've beaten us every single time apart from this season.
Yep. I mean, 19-20, does it really matter? We had won it by then, no?
We had, but they still beat us, though. So what I'm saying is we never take points at the Etihad, which is really bad. We've got to stop that whole. They almost know they're going to win the home game against Liverpool. Do you get what I mean? Like we got to cut that out. We do. Yeah, I just feel like a lot of the times it's got a lot to do with when we actually play City. Like it really does. Even last year, yeah, the vid year, when you really deep it, when we lost that game, it was the catalyst to go on and have all them defeats afterwards. And we were still in the title at the point when we played them in that game. So I know last season was all over the place. But we let them come and move us up. Like, with Alisson, and we all know what all was going on. But, like, we could have still been in the title race if we'd have got a win out of that game. Do you know what I mean?
We wouldn't. There's no way we'd have maintained the title race last season.
Yeah, bruv, momentum. You never know. We win that game. You never know, bruv.
Nah, Jiff, we were gone.
You never know, bruv. And you're like the one who was telling me you never know.
No, but that was different, bro. Until Klopp actually realised play centre-backs where centre-backs are meant to play and play midfielders where they're meant to play, nothing would have changed. In fact, it could have got worse because if we had won that game with how that was, Klopp might not have changed, bro. Like he might have said, well, we beat City with Hendo and Flacco at the back. Well, why can't we do it to other teams? It probably was a blessing in disguise. Mansour says, if we win the Champions League, we can go for Super Cup and Club World Cup. Very true. Adita says, Bendra, title is getting shred, boys. Love you. I don't know what that means.
He must mean he thinks we'll win it, innit?
Fact is, quad would shut down any and all banter. Facts.
No, that is 100% true. But is that why we won it? Because that would be like me saying, I want to win the lottery so I can show off, and not I want to win the lottery because I want my life to be better. Do you get
It's
what I
both.
mean?
Well, no, it's if well, depending on how you want it. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. If we win the quad, I'm showing off about it.
Oh no, you're allowed to show off, but just make sure that you want it for yourself first. That's all
No,
I'm saying.
of course.
Yeah.
Brian says Liverpool should have gotten Salah and Mane contract sorted last summer. These stories are going to keep on coming up. We are going to discuss that. Pablo, just wanted to address this, but we didn't have the squad at the start of the season, though, Cal. So the reason I don't think we had the squad at the start of the season, but one player changed it, is because in my mind at the beginning of the season, I didn't expect the players to maintain their fitness as well as they have. And I don't think anyone in their right mind thought that would happen either. So
especially Van Dijk and Gomez coming off the back of those horrendous injuries.
No, for me, it was more Naby, Matip, Hendo,
Bobby, who
Gomez.
actually did get injured quite a lot.
Yeah, like it was a few players I was thinking they're not going to stay fit because they haven't got a track record of doing it. Hold on, bear me one sec. I think I've just lost one. Hold on.
I agree with Dwayne. We do need another baller in midfield. I think that's why Tchouameni will actually be a brilliant acquisition. Or Basuma. You see, Basuma's still balling out, even though he's probably leaving. He ain't even down tools, bruv. He's still balling out. And there's a part of me that believes that Brighton could have possibly done something in the City game had Basuma not been suspended, you know. They're a totally different team when he plays, bro. Totally different team.
Jamrock says you can't win every game, but you don't draw against those teams. The draws against Chelsea, Tottenham, and City are acceptable. Those are 2 points dropped, not 1 point gained. Brighton and Brentford are 4 points dropped.
Yeah.
Shall I tell you what I actually think the worst result of this season was? That Leicester loss. That Leicester loss really did us in my opinion.
Do you know what? I know it might sound like I'm just saying this for the sake of it, but I actually do. I think Leicester's a team you can lose to in terms of they're a team capable
not this season's Leicester.
No, but they're still a team who are capable of now and again because they have the players. I know they've had some injuries and whatnot, but they still made a semi-final of a European competition. They're not a dead team. Whereas to draw at home with Brighton, even though Brighton are a good team, but to have a 2-0 lead and draw that game and the Brentford game, for me, I think those two games are the games I will look at the most and be like, we had a lead in both games.
Leicester are 14th in the league, bro.
No, I hear that. But again, Leicester are a team who are very capable on their day. Whereas even though Brentford on their day are a good team and Brighton on their day are a good team, to have the lead as a team who are going for the lead, for the title, you do not let a lead slip against those two teams, bro.
Salah missed a penalty and Mane missed a gilt-edged one-on-one. Leicester were dog turd on the day, bro. At least
I don't even think they were dog turd, bro. I think they defended well, bro.
No,
on that day.
Bro, they had Marty and Ndidi as their centre backs, bro.
Yeah, but don't you think they did well to stop us to only one chance? But we only had one clear chance in that game, bro.
We were terrible, Jiff. God forbid you got to go back and watch the highlights one day. Bro. That's torture, bro. If I made you sit in a room, hands tied behind your back, and said you got to watch this game from start to finish.
I remember the frustration. I definitely remember the frustration.
I'll go to Alcatraz for that, bro.
I'm just saying, when you look at their team, they've still got players who are capable of, on their day, pulling off them type of results. Whereas you do not have a lead against Brentford and Brighton. 2-0 up to Brighton at Anfield. You win that game, bro.
Agreed.
You win that game, man. 2-0 lead at Anfield. No, that's crazy, bro.
I do agree. Liverpool 12th man says every team plays us like a final and Man City like an exhibition. Yeah. That's
Cal,
kind of.
Do you know the stats from the Newcastle second half against Man City?
I heard about it. Yeah, I didn't get
no complete passes.
Not in the whole 45 minutes.
Yes, bro, and 1% possession.
Are you sure the whole 45 minutes?
Yes. Couple people on socials confirmed to me that was the official stat.
Not one completed pass.
Not one completed pass.
So every time the goalkeeper had the ball, he would just playing it long and losing.
Playing it long, yes.
Oh, Eddie Howe did the okay. That's that. Oh, I get it. The money too. Legacy. I get.
Cal, we could put a Kop-Ish team together and complete one pass against Man City.
But that could not have been the whole of the half, bro.
That's what the stats said, bruv.
Are you sure that wasn't like a period, like 10 minutes in the second half? It can't be the whole half, bro.
Look, the people I asked said it was real, so I don't know.
Matt,
Do you
tell me
know
that's
what?
not the whole half.
Do you know what? Sorry to make an appearance like this, but Drift is absolutely spot on,
The whole
bro.
Mate, it can't be.
No, all right. So when the half started, about 10, 15 minutes in, Newcastle had 1% possession and Man City had 99.
It wasn't the whole half. People are saying it's not the whole half.
No, not the whole half.
Okay.
Not the whole half.
Oh,
not
so
the
it
whole
wasn't.
half.
It wasn't actually the whole
no,
half.
it can't be the
No,
whole half.
no, not the whole half. But there was a segment in the game where for a good like 10.
I mean,
15,
that makes a lot more sense.
But even still, though, do you know how bad it is to have 1% in any part of the game?
And the wickedest thing is where it says no passes complete from Newcastle, it says something like 158 completed.
Yeah,
from
there were
Man
no
City.
passes completed either from Newcastle. I've never seen anything like it, if I'm being genuinely honest.
Look, all I know is
mistake.
that is the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen in my life. So,
Jamrock says you don't draw against newly promoted Brentford having scored 3 goals. You don't draw to Brighton at home being 2-0 up. You simply don't. No excuses. We keep making excuses. I completely agree with that. I completely agree with that.
The Brighton one, especially because it's at home.
Yeah.
You're at home, man.
Well, we were leading the Brentford game as well.
Yeah, but at least it's at their ground where they can get the crowd behind them. If you're at Anfield and you got a 2-0 lead, you don't let that go, man. You just don't.
Not only that, just to flip it back to what you said a minute ago about Leicester, I have to agree with Carl, bro. The Leicester game, when you look back at it, I remember it was a Marty and Ndidi at the back here. So they were missing all their centre backs. Bro, they offered nothing. And
I remember it was bad. I remember.
Bro, it was so bad. We'll look back at that game. Like if you recorded it or whatever, you look back at it, you actually would just want to delete it. Once you just be like, I hope the hard drive never recovers. You won't want to watch that game. It's so bad.
I get it. But again, at least we're at their ground. It's Anfield where you can't drop points at Anfield, man.
It's because like what Carl said as well. Leicester and big up Chappie as well, by the way. I'm not saying disrespectfully, but because Leicester have been so below their standards this season, that we should have won that game, bro. Like I'm talking like
I get it.
No, deep this drift. At the beginning of the season, we all said that Leicester would finish in the top 6.
Yeah, I thought they would.
Yeah. They're 14th right now.
I do think a little context has to be added. They prioritized the Europa Conference for a while.
Home. They lost to Everton at home, bro.
At home, bro.
Yeah, but we got to be honest. Somehow Everton are starting to pull out performances, bro. They beat Chelsea, they beat Man United. They're just getting performances out of nowhere, bro.
Terrible, Drift. 2 teams who have been terrible.
Well, I wouldn't say Chelsea have been terrible. They smacked Leeds 6-0, didn't they, or some shit like that?
Bruv, who hasn't smacked Leeds? Sorry, KG. No, the real, bruv. Who hasn't
but a terrible
Leeds?
team would have lost to Leeds as well, right?
Bruv, I'm going to be real. Like, I'll be very surprised if Rodgers keeps his job. I know it's for a different show. I'll be very surprised if he keeps his job.
He's got to. I think if you get to the semi-final of a European competition, you deserve one more go.
You know what? That's not. To be fair, that's his only saving grace. If I'm being genuine, that would be saving grace. If he can win something, it will save him because they might look at it and go, "He's had injuries, which he has."
They went out.
They went out.
Yeah, they went out.
Tammy Abraham done them dirty, innit?
I'm not gonna lie. PSV and Roma was 2 very difficult ties for them so. Yeah, they went out.
Boy. Lorata says, "Evening, gents. If we only win the Carabao Cup, do you think we'll have a bus parade?" No.
Oh, hell no.
I'm going to be real. If
they
there's a
do
bus parade for that, I might give that one a miss still.
Surely not.
Pimping Distress says, to be honest, if we lose by 2 or less points, it won't be the draws that make me scream. It will be Everton not getting that penalty. That was easily the worst VAR decision of all season. Facts. It's a contributor, but I don't think it's down to that. It's a contributor, though. Because there's no guarantees Everton scored a penalty either.
That's true.
I mean, it's not like if they, let's say Everton had scored and VAR had then changed the goal, then I think we can talk about it. Penalty is still 50-50. So
I don't know. I'd say it's more than that, but I get what you mean.
Yeah, I wouldn't look back and be like, that's the game where... That for me, that's just one of the components, but not the main thing. Ash says Drift, it was 16% possession. Still terrible.
That's shocking, though.
Big up Ash for letting me know that. That is absolutely shocking.
Messi FC says, do you know, before I move on, though, we've done that to teams at Anfield still. Just to put that into context, we have.
Not 16% for the whole half.
I'm pretty sure we have, you know, Matt.
I reckon
think only one time we did that.
80-20 we done
and
it.
I think City have only done it once this season. I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure we've done it this season. I don't know
if we've done 16 though.
I wouldn't be surprised. That's all I'm saying. Messi FC says worst result was beating Arsenal only 4-0. Lee. By the way, only in England they debate which trophy is bigger, the Champions League or EPL. Cal, leave to Shuameni, alone. Jinx. You man know I don't want him. You know who I want.
Hold on, only in England they debate which is better, winning the Champions League.
Everywhere else the Champions League is seen as bigger.
Yeah, but I think that is because everywhere else the domestic competition is very monopolized. I think England is the only one where you do get a kind of sense of pride for winning because it's quite difficult to win. Like when you look at all the other leagues, it's quite monopolized. That's why you very rarely get a variation of the winner.
Yeah. Mr. Darcy Drift says, when it comes to teams who have a dynamic, fast players and are very good in the transition, Fab can't be on the pitch till the last 5 minutes. Facts. I mean, that's why we're linked with this Shuameni, even though I don't want him. I think that's why we're linked with Shuameni. And
I think that's why Matt agreed with me when I said sometimes you do have to play Hendo in the 6 because he's got better lateral movement.
Yeah. There's definitely games where when the transition is kind of fast, I would some games go Henderson. I think here's the thing. We're nitpicking here because Fabinho for me, he's a world-class DM. And what's so mad is that because Fabinho maybe hasn't been in like the best amazing form, say over the last, 5 or 6 games. He's had good games, but maybe a couple are slightly indifferent. We start making these assumptions and saying things like, like he can't cope. And I've seen some mad stuff today on Twitter, and I was like, what? But anyway, the whole point is this. He's world-class. Yes, he has his faults like everyone else. And lateral movement might be a slight issue. I will say that. However, I also think as well, we've got to come out of this mindset of the DM has to stop everything. Like we look at it as like, if we get caught in a counter, Fabinho's just supposed to just clean up. He's just supposed to just be everywhere. Let's be real, guys. There's only one man in their prime, in fact 2, that could probably stop a counter attack on their ones. In fact, 3 by themselves, by the way. Kante, Prime Makalele, and Prime Mascherano that could probably stop a counter by themselves because their lateral movement is actually insane. And they have stamina for days. Do you know what I mean? So
Jamrock says we can't beat Brentford away scoring 3 goals, really. I agree with that. I'm not gonna lie, I do agree with that.
Yeah. We couldn't even beat a team that where their striker cusses their own club. It's actually peak. Man said, F Brentford. Yeah, F Brentford.
Musa says Pep celebrated like he won the league, adding it to it. His bitter comments let them. We need a big win tomorrow and City will crap themselves. Still believe we can do this up the Reds. We're going to be speaking about that in the next segment, so hold fort on that. That brother there. Mario says, no Diaz, Stones and Walker. This is not over. I truly believe we'll win the Prem. This City team is not as good as 3 years ago. Apply the pressure. Ash says, after we beat Villa 3-0, Klopp interview after the game, they got to go to the Molineux in the Olympic Stadium, and I would love it if we beat them. Love it.
The only thing is you can't really draw for the thingy because it ended up working against it. So we got to try and find a new one. Do you know what I mean?
Troy M says, need a Kop-Ish season awards show. Make up several random types of awards. For instance, the Miras Award for best goal, the Basement Award for weirdest football. Do you know what, Troy? Send us a list.
When we were on the banter show, we did a couple of things like that. So we'll definitely chop something like that out. Yeah, 100%.
That'd be jokes if we do that.
That'd be joke for real. We've all said so much stuff, you know.
In the mud. There's got to be a trophy called In the Mud.
You know what? We've got 4
out.
categories already. So we've got the Mirage goal. We've got basement, weirdest moment. I already know what that is, but I'm not going to give it away. In the mud.
The weirdest moment.
And I say the we move moment as well.
I'm trying to think of the weird.
But then we've got to have a
but there's such a moment, bruv. It's a hilarious, but it's also a weird moment at the same time. Another one, the receipts moments as well from Jamal.
Yeah, do you know what? This is a bait one, but I can think of one of the funniest moments, like where every man literally is lit like they're about to pass out. That one I already know.
The pause award.
Yeah, the pause award.
Yeah, pause.
All right. Yeah.
We'll call that award, man. Adapt me, I said.
Bro, just thinking about some of the awards now, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be too much, you know. It's gonna be too much.
Man. Speaking of pause, make sure you hit the link in the description to go over to the.
This big boss said the whose hands are these award.
My strong hand.
Yeah, we definitely got something.
Oh yeah, we the learning award, 100%.
Oh yeah.
We already know the winner is. So that one is a bit.
Yeah, we know who the winner of the learning award is.
Yeah.
Kev says no. English exceptionalism is real. If it wasn't for us and Klopp, City would have a monopoly on this league. Premier is no different to Germany apart from us.
I do agree with that. I do. The only thing I'll say, Kev, is even though you're correct in what you're saying, I think the monopoly of the other teams isn't as bad as it is in England, which still makes it a little bit weird. So I know Real Madrid and Barcelona get way more TV rights than everyone else. So maybe that league is a little bit of an exception. But I was saying some of the other leagues, it's a little bit weird that before the big boy money, somebody still wasn't able to come and do like a Leicester. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know.
Boy, well, on that note, guys, we are going to move on topic, and we're going to speak about a certain Pep Guardiola. It should be fun. Right. So after Newcastle lost 5-0 to Man City, no questions were asked about Liverpool, but a certain brother mentions Liverpool, saying pretty much along the lines of the whole country wants Liverpool to win, yada, yada, yada. So Klopp has responded today saying he doesn't believe that's the case. In fact, in Liverpool itself, only 50% want us to win, which is actually true because Everton definitely don't want us winning the league. Now, how do we look at this, guys? Are we in Pep's head? Is this Pep looking for gratification because he could potentially win the league again and maybe doesn't feel he gets the respect he wants to get? Why is Pep... I'm going to say, why is the brother so salty?
Because he knows that Man City haven't earned their right. Let's keep it real. They're a silver spoon club.
But Pep came out the other day and said that our money's made legit.
No, regardless of whether it's made legit, they are, like, Man City as a whole are the silver spoon kid, isn't it? They're the kid that was, they're Blue Ivy, isn't it? I don't care what she says. She's an absolute legend for the fact that her mum and dad are Jay-Z and Beyonce, but she can't tell anybody nothing. Your whole life has just been given to you, and it is what it is, isn't it? Whereas if you watch somebody grind and work their way up and come up and, you know what I mean, and make something of themselves, everybody respects that way more. Do you know what I mean? The silver spoon kid doesn't really ever get respect. They just don't.
Can I ask you a question? Hold on. I'll go play full devil's advocate here, Drift. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. So let's say, for example, Blue Ivy grows up and she gets a bag of awards for acting, for example. But we all know she gets these roles because of her parents. They've got that pull. Would she go down as one of the greats?
See, that depends because I think...
You know what I'm doing, though, innit? You know what I'm doing right now.
No, I don't, but I'll play along. So... Where I think acting would be a little bit of a different, and acting is very niche because you can be given your opportunity but you can still be so good that you can take the opportunity and people can accept that maybe as much as you were given the foot in the door, you are still great. Like Denzel Washington's son, for example, his boost in life probably was because of who his dad is. But he is an exceptional actor. So everybody can kind of accept, all right, you did get a little in, but you are a don and you do deserve to be here, even if it was a little bit easier for you. So it depends how you look at it. Because I think you can earn your stripes still, even if you're given an upper hand. Because there's some people who come through and try and do like the acting thing, for example, or football because of who your dad is. And if you're crap, you're crap. It doesn't matter whether you got the in, do you know what I mean? Nobody's gonna care anyway. Like there's loads of footballers.
But sometimes it does give you that
so they
advantage.
just don't make it. Do you know what I mean?
Sometimes it gives you an advantage over someone that doesn't have the same opportunity. What you're saying, I don't disagree with what you're saying, by the way, because it's like saying,
you know where I'm coming from. Basically,
you've got talent, regardless of who your parents are.
This is what I've been saying all along about Pep.
All right, but this is all right. So
he's
had. No, but we're talking about Man City's whole history in general, not just when Pep's been there. We're talking about their whole history in general.
I'm talking about Pep right now because it seems as though no matter what interview he's doing, he can't help but mention something about Liverpool.
So do the players though as well. But all right, let me take it full circle with this one. It seems like a lot this season, Man City players, staff are riled by us. It's almost like, obviously they're arrogant in terms of they're confident. Yeah, no, this is what I was going to get to. They're arrogant. They're confident. Maybe I would say arrogant. No, in fact, I will say arrogant. They're an arrogant team, but rightly so. They can be arrogant because normally 9 times out of 10 they win a football game. 9 times out of 10 they actually win a football game. It's very rare that they lose. Yeah. However, they've come up against a working class team that should really, under no circumstances, be challenging. It should really be like a Man United or a Chelsea that kind of try and throw money at it. We don't really throw money at it. And what probably even irks Pep even more is that you've got a team that when we buy players, it kind of goes a little bit under the radar. So we might spend 40, 50 million a player. They always get highlighted with their players because of the amount of money that they spend, whether it's a Grealish, a £50 million right back, a £50 million left back. They're about to buy theoretically £100 million striker in Haaland now, yeah? Pep knows no matter what he does, even though he's doing the right thing, he's not doing nothing wrong, by the way. Pep is actually spending the money that the owners are actually giving to him. There's nothing wrong with doing that. However, one thing he doesn't like is that he doesn't feel he gets the credit that he feels that he deserves for winning all these trophies, when Jurgen Klopp has to do things in a different way and probably gets more credit, and he probably feels that Klopp is the media darling. Well, here's the thing. There's nothing Jurgen Klopp can do. These are the conditions that he has to work under. Pep Guardiola has his own conditions. What I fail to understand is this year. Many a times, we're not really asked about City, but if Klopp is asked about City, he always gives them praise all the time. He's like, Pep is the best. He's amazing. Their team is outrageous. Like,
he even apologized to Conte today, Matt.
Yeah, he did. He's so he's humble with it, and he even said, like you said, Driv, when the game against Spurs, he was like, I probably shouldn't have said that. I was in my emotions. I was caught a red tear. I can admit that. With Pep Guardiola, bro, you can see it riles him, the fact that Man City are just not Liverpool. The fact that the heritage that we have. Let's be real. Pep Guardiola, he would never admit this, but he would definitely change positions with us because he wants that Champions League. He wants to prove the doubters wrong. My team is good enough to win a Champions League without Messi, Iniesta, and Rete. I'm good enough. I'm a great coach. And he is a great coach. He's one of the best coaches. However, there's always going to be a stain on his resume, and he knows that. So until he does something different, and that's win a Champions League and maybe win 2 more Champions Leagues, he's going to still get that kind of that distaste in his mouth that he's like, no, but Jurgen Klopp, all he's got to do is win 1 Champions League and he gets more praise than me. Well, brother, Jurgen Klopp is working under a stricter budget, a stricter model. When we make mistakes, we have to deal with it. When Man City make a mistake, they can buy their way out of it. And I think
under a legal model.
Again, I won't even go into that because I don't want us to get shut down. But yeah, the 2 models are completely different. Completely different. So in my opinion, it is what it is in terms of let him say what he's got to say. However, I do feel like he shouldn't be disrespecting us when really and truly, another thing that he's also said many times, and it makes me feel like whether he's lying now, and it's probably because he's won. He always says Liverpool's the best team I've ever faced. They've pushed me red tear. So why can't you respect us then? Why have you got to keep bringing up these little sarky little comments and these little digs? It's like, bro, just stay in your lane. You're the money man. You get your money, you buy your food. yeah, we might not be able to buy our food all the time. So sometimes we got to save up and buy our food, innit? But when we buy our food, we're cooking. And if our food tastes better than better than yours, it is what it is, innit? Just don't get pissed off about it.
I've got a feeling. I mean, to be honest, the way he's acting is because he's being a little prick. Let's just keep it a buck, innit? But what I will say is, nobody feels sorry for him because he took the job, and it's a brilliant job to have on the grand scheme of things. So no one feels sorry for him. But we have to be honest. He's a man who grew up on probably, arguably, the greatest heritage there is, which is the Barcelona Cruyff heritage. And then he went to Bayern Munich, who also was steeped in heritage. This is hard for him. You've heard him say to the fans, like, let's stay behind, let's fill the stadium. He's not used to this. They're like, Man City are a small club. They've just got big money in it. He's not used to it. He's used to being at clubs that like live and breathe heritage. Like no, that's what I'm saying. So I know one feels sorry for him, but I think that's the reason why he's acting the way he is and he has the thoughts he has. Because in his mind, he's still struggling to understand how outside of Manchester, no one gives a fuck about Man City. Because he's used to traveling the world and everyone's wearing a Barcelona shirt and a Bayern Munich shirt. Do you know what I mean? Remember, he's an icon himself. He would have seen people actually wearing Guardiola shirt. He's used to heritage. He must be like, this is weird. Like, I'm still trying to get used to the idea of once we leave Manchester, don't no one care who the fuck we are. Like, he's struggling with it a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what it looks like to me. It looks like a man who's used to dating 9s and 10s. And now all of a sudden he's met someone who he gets on with unbelievably well. But he's looking at, you're really a 5. And he's still, I wish I had a 9.
On the relationship stuff, do you know what Pep is? Pep is that girl who marries a criminal guy and has opened up successful businesses using dirty money.
What? So James and Patchy?
What are you saying? No, Tasha.
No, on a real, am I lying?
Like Pep's Tasha.
I'm not even. Am I lying though?
Pep is actually Tasha. You're right. Pep is Tasha, and we are.
I know it sounds like I'm being silly, but
no, you're right, bro. You're actually right. You're actually right.
So when I say drift, if I was to turn around and say Tasha's a sick businesswoman, what would you say? You'd be like, well, nah, she got.
I'm not gonna lie, Tasha's a G still, but
I never said she's not.
No,
a G.
she's a G.
No, I never said
Pep is a G to a degree, though, right? He's still a G.
I never said she's not a G.
No, yeah.
But I also won't be hearing this. Like, you see how they've got the Oasis singing like their anthem and all that. Really, Man City's anthem should be. They say this is a big rich town. That's what they should be. That's what they should be.
I just came from the poorest part.
I nigga took a straight down nowhere. Life's full of twists and turns. I live, I learn. I'm from the city with the yellow cabs and skyscrapers.
Man. What are you saying? De Bruyne is Tommy, yeah?
I'm an undercover lover. I lie under the cover.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Who's Proctor?
Proctor. Oh, that's the.
Bernardo.
You know,
Bernardo.
No, Proctor's an all right guy, bro. Bernardo's a straight.
No, but he covers up a lot.
That got lit up in the jail. What was his name again?
No, but he covers up a lot.
Oh, Charlie, the Charlie Murphy character.
No,
that's Bernardo, isn't it?
What's his name? The one Road to Me played. I can't remember it. Yeah, Dre.
Angela.
No, Dre. Bernardo Dre, that little rat, bro. What are we talking about, bro?
No, Dre Sterling, fam. Dre Sterling, blood.
No, Sterling ain't as bad as Bernardo, bro.
No, do you know why? Because remember, Sterling thought it was bad, innit? Remember, he's gone Man City. He's gone to the other side. Remember, he went up. Remember, Dre went up against Ghost.
Sterling is Specs, bro. That's who he was. It?
I'll go on better. Do you remember? Do you remember season 1?
Spank.
Do you remember season 1? Do you remember season 1? Do you remember Roller? Do you remember Roller?
Yeah.
Got done out, bro. He's Roller blood.
Who's Angela? Jesus. Is it Angela Jesus?
No, it's got to be what. It's got to be what. No. Fernandinho's Angela because he's ride or die still.
Yeah, it might be still.
He's ride or die still.
Yeah.
Let me get through some of these. We're going to the next topic. Smash a like button if you haven't already as well, please.
Someone said Angela is Ferran Torres.
Oh man.
Cairo says divergent tactics from the Madrid capitulation. Yeah, very
Yeah,
true.
100%. I'm trying to figure out who Sean is.
Hold on, who got? I'm trying to think. Who got thrown under? Who got? Hold on.
Bravo. He got thrown
I
under
know
the
who
bus
it is,
hard.
but I can't say.
Yeah,
I can't say his name.
We can't
say his name. Think of the guy that don't play for them no more.
Oh,
that brother.
No, because Sean was a good guy.
No, he weren't.
Yeah,
Think
he
about
was.
what he.
No, what he did was wrong, but he did it because of what he knew was happening. He wasn't a bad guy.
Bravo,
Whereas that guy you're talking about is just a bad guy.
Remember, Bravo come like Pep brought.
Yeah, Bravo. Yeah, that's what I said. Sean's Bravo. Yeah, Sean's Bravo.
That ain't my goalkeeper.
Damn, my goalkeeper. Damn, my goalkeeper. Damn, my goalkeeper.
My son. Gary says the prime example of what Matt has just highlighted is that the weakened City side in the semi-final cost around £40 million more than our first 11. Boy,
I said Foden is Tyreek. No, Sterling is Tariq. That is who Tariq is. Sterling.
Literally. No, do you know why they're saying that? I think it could be because of remember the incident with Foden. When it kind of you see the perception.
The England thing.
Yeah. Remember the perception of I'm about it, but when it came to you're not about it.
Yeah, for real.
Froggy says FSG Klopp buying the right players in the wrong windows costs us titles. Also, we need to stop blaming forwards when defense midfield have cost us points. I agree to an extent, Froggy. I will say that Leicester game, for example, the defense shouldn't even have been put under pressure. That should have been buried, that game.
To be fair, the defense has been good statistically.
Say that again, sorry?
Statistically, the defense has been good, so I don't necessarily agree with that.
BC says, as brilliant as a manager as Pep is, starts all his revolutionized football. What's he done revolutionary that no other manager tactically ain't done?
I don't think tactically, so to speak, I think style of play is what makes Guardiola revolutionary, because he took a style that Cruyff had invented, and we got to be honest, he took it to the next level. It's how he created Barcelona becoming the best club team we've ever seen in history. He was the manager of the best, and it wasn't just because of the players. It was the way they played football. They absolutely suffocated you.
All right, can I ask you a question then? What's the best international team you've probably seen? It's probably that Spain team, right?
Oh no, it'll be the Brazil teams from like the 90s. But that Spain team was close though.
Who was the manager of that Brazil team? Exactly. And I asked that question. His name. I asked that question not to discredit Pep, but again, his context have to be applied, and the fact that he was able to play certain football because of the players he had as well.
I'm trying to actually remember who it was.
All right, I'll let that simmer in your soul.
I know the name and I can see his face in my head.
Was Dunga one of them? Was Dunga one of them?
No, that was more recently, bro. That was more recently.
Football LFC says, has anyone seen Power is fully lost? Anyone that hasn't seen Power is fully lost.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you haven't seen, Scolari was one of them, but it was the manager before Scolari, so it was Scolari and the guy before Scolari.
No, but Scolari was there for time, you know.
He was.
So it wouldn't be surprised me if he actually oversaw some of those squads. Because ain't he been Brazil manager and then come back again?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
So
big Phil.
Question for you three. When we win the Champions League, would you swap 1 Premier League and 2 Champions Leagues for 4 Premier Leagues and 0 Champions League? So first question, would you guys swap that?
Yes.
Do you know what? It's mad. We probably would, isn't it?
We probably would. You know why?
We know what 05 felt like.
You know why?
Won the Champions
you know why?
League.
Now, hold it. Because the second part of the question is going to feed in now. Also, what do you think Juve, PSG, Madrid, and Barca would all choose?
They'll choose Champions League.
This is how mad it is.
Yeah. But you know why?
In a bubble? Kev might have a point, you know.
No,
are we in a bit of a bubble?
I tell you why. Our heritage with the Champions League, it's just there. It's a love affair that will never ever break. It just won't go away. It's almost like we could have a really bad season and still be in contention for a Champions League at times. Not all the time, but at times, right? At times where you're like, how are we even still in this competition? Back way back in it. Premier League is the one where we probably should have won more, but circumstances just went against us, really and truly. And one of those circumstances was the oil-rich money bags team that is Man City. When they entered the fray, they changed. They actually, if I'm being honest, Man City is the only team that probably stopped us from really being more successful.
Without a shadow of a doubt, Matt. Without Man City, we would have 4 Premier Leagues without Man City.
They're the only team, bro.
We actually would have 4 Premier Leagues. For me, I think the bread and butter and the rivalry with Man United is what makes me want the league. And I don't even mean to be cocky when I say this, but I think generally speaking, the Premier League is the most prestigious league to win.
Yeah, prestigious league. Do you know what it is? My heart is torn about the trophy. Do you know why? I love the Champions League when you have to play teams.
I do love it. I do love it. It's a sensational tournament. But Matt, we would still have 05, so we still know what the Champions League feeling was like. To win 4 Premier Leagues under Klopp. Do you know how dominant that would feel? To have won 4 Premier Leagues with Klopp.
But you know what?
Down season, bro.
Just quickly. Let me ask you both.
They can say whatever they want, man. No, actually, no, Cal. Do you know why they couldn't say that to us? Because we've got the most heritage in the Champions League, so that will be a nonsensical argument. It'd be a nonsensical argument, bro.
Funny you both say that, yeah. What did you
can't talk to the club with more Champions Leagues than everyone else,
guys? What did you both celebrate more? When we won the league in 1920, or the Champions League in 1819? What one gave you more joy?
It's a little bit different, bro, because the Champions League final was a euphoric moment that happens when it happens.
This is what I asked you. You know why?
The league has a build-up.
You, in my personal opinion, obviously, this is just my opinion. From what I saw, remember I was with you. Your celebration for 1819 was completely different for 1920.
It's orgasmic. Let's keep it a buck, bruv. It's orgasmic.
And I think for a cow, I don't know what it was for you, Cal. You know,
it's a build-up though. The league is tantric, bruv. It's
I'm gonna be
build-up, innit? Like
do you know why I think it's the Champions
League? The league for us was a bit different, Matt, because we had it sealed
far
in December,
out. Yeah, we kind of locked it.
It was as it happened. Like if we won it the last game of the season, I would have been uncontrollable. I think.
Let's flip the scenario, Matt. Yeah, Brighton take the lead. Yeah. And they hold on to that lead, and we're 0-0 with Wolves. Mo Salah gets the winning goal against Wolves in the 89th minute, while Brighton make it 2-0 at the Amex. We go nuts, bro. Like,
I'm not gonna lie. We go nuts, bro. My computer, everything's done. Everything's done.
Nuts,
but you know what? You're right. When it happens, when it's right there and then, that's why. You see, obviously May 28th when it's Real Madrid. I'm not gonna lie. There's so much on the line, but. You see that game there, the emotions are going to be mad.
Yeah, facts.
It's going to be mad, guys. It's going to be mad.
Troy M says, Pep is just P. They spend insanely while we spend sensibly and they can't shake us. We never go away. Well, Pep, the Ferrari doesn't always beat the Hellcat. What's the Hellcat?
Pep doesn't always
beat Isn't a Hellcat one of them three-wheeler bikes? Like where the 2 wheels at the front and one's at the back. Is that not a Hellcat?
No idea. I
don't know.
You know them Rough Rider things? Is that not a Hellcat?
I'm gonna type that in right now, brother.
I think so, anyway.
Hellcat.
P. Al says the Wire, Power, and Top Boy rank in order. For me, it's in order.
Yeah, it kind of is still. It kind of is.
You know what? Here's the mad thing. If you're talking about quality of show, it's in order. If you're talking about my enjoyment,
you're going to put...
Power would be ahead of the Wire.
Yeah.
I can't lie. For enjoyment, Power
I
goes
agree,
ahead of The
I
Wire.
agree.
For quality of show, The Wire goes.
The Wire,
first.
The Wire kind of birthed all these shows. However,
Mm.
you know what it is? Just that obviously Power's more recent and Power's more to this day, in it. I think that's what it is. When you can relate more to the times, I think that's what it is. But in terms of like just what birthed what and what is like the Godfather, so to speak, it is The Wire. The Wire birthed all of these shows.
Me and Cal argue this out all the time, but season 2 and 5 of The Wire is very. Yeah, we got to have a conversation about it.
Drifty.
1, 3, and 4 was amazing.
Let me
2
ask
and
you guys
5,
this: is there a weak season on Power in your lot's opinion?
No, I don't think there is, bro.
Not really, is there?
Not
There might be
really.
a slight.
It was just
weaker.
cheesy for a couple of episodes right at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then
Power
once you got into it,
6 seasons,
then,
I think. Power 6 seasons.
Yeah, 6. Yeah.
I think I'd have to watch it back. The thing is,
The
I've
only
watched The Wire so many times. It's
Like Top Boy is hella underrated, though. You know.
no, it is. But
Top
in
Boy
comparison to those two, Top Boy.
Yeah,
But are we only
yeah,
thinking
yeah,
out because it's English? Because I can't lie.
No,
Top Boy gets
no.
everything cause smash.
No, because when it comes to certain like Luther, for example, Luther's in my top 5 for shows.
I've never watched Luther. You know?
Oh,
I've never watched Luther. Still,
Jam.
am I the only one? Am I left out on that?
No, Matt ain't. That's why he's scratching.
What? What's that? Yeah. One sec, babe. One sec.
Bro, Matt, let me get rushed by myself.
I'm not gonna lie. I ain't seen Luther. No, I've only seen
Luther, bro.
Like 1 or 2 episodes, maybe, but I haven't watched it, bro. I can't even lie.
At some point, I will get into it.
I will. It's on my to-do list still.
There's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of shows, bro.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
There's too many.
Oh, don't feed me with that, you man. I don't want to hear that.
No, there's a lot, bro. There's a lot to get
Drift. Let me see if I can get him. Where are you?
I've got to read out the super chats. I've got to read out the super chats.
Oh, you sure? Okay, we move. Okay. What I was gonna say is one word, Lucille. What are you saying? Where are you in that?
What, The Walking Dead?
Where are you? You up to date?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, right. I'm not gonna lie.
You're definitely not up to date. I know you.
I'm not gonna lie. He's a G for that. I'm not up to date.
Do you want to play the video? Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting cooked. I really didn't think I was up to date. Walking Dead.
No, he's a don for that. Still, he's a don for that.
Yeah.
Different.
Do you know what it is? I like to dip in and out of TV shows that maybe have a little bit of something different and aren't always like that kind of intense kind of. Because all them type of shows are very intense, bro. So I'll just go and do a little Cobra Kai every now and again because I just want to have some fun. I can't
Season
just always be
announced, bro. Comes out.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's been announced. Season 5 been announced.
But I'm still waiting for Stranger Things. They're on some long thing with that.
No, bro, that's this month.
Oh, is it? Okay, okay.
But you up to date Stranger Things? You're up to date in that, innit?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we're gonna have to speak about Lou for you, man. Still,
have you guys watched Narcos, by the way? Narcos.
Not up to date on it, no.
I'm not. I didn't watch.
I'm not up to date, but I've seen the first 2 seasons, I think, of Narcos. Yeah.
I watch TV shows at night time. Reading when you're tired is difficult, man.
I hear you.
Jamrock said, check out the documentary about the Brazil 1982 team. We'll do that, Jamrock.
Amazon's got some brilliant documentaries.
Sorry, Cal, quickly, just
cool.
Have you guys heard of Lupin?
No,
yeah. Do you know what? That's the French show,
Cockney,
isn't it?
bruv. You man heard of Lupin? Yeah, that French gaff, Lupin.
You know what? I swear down. I started it yesterday.
So English, bruv. You
yesterday,
Lupin, bruv. Yeah, the French Donny. Yeah, Lupin.
Wait, Lupin. Sorry, Lupin. Bro,
is it good?
Lupin?
Yeah.
Bro, I've seen one episode. Me and the missus watched it yesterday. Bro, watch it.
It's good. Okay. No, I've heard proper good things about it. I've heard proper good things.
It's your thing. Watch it. It's your thing.
Yeah, I've heard proper good things about it.
Your thing.
Math says, I don't watch a lot of YouTubers because all they care about is the end result. I've had 9 months of great footy. The journey won't be ignored by real fans. Facts.
Yeah. That's true. Very true.
I can't believe I said Lupin.
Lupin. Yeah, Sacre Bleu and all that. You watched it. Yeah,
baguettes and croissants.
Yeah. All that French baguette and all that.
I actually put the pin in there as well. Have you guys had a Lupin?
Musa says, we're 100% in a bubble. City fans and Pep wouldn't swap their success for ours, but we would swap ours for theirs since 2015.
What went? I didn't see.
Yeah, they've won a lot more than us then.
Sorry,
so, yeah.
I disagree. City fans would swap their Prems for our Champions League.
I don't think they would, Cal.
Yes,
don't.
they would.
Should I tell you why I think they might? Should I tell you why I think they might? Because like we were saying before, they've won leagues before Guardiola, but they've never won the Champions League.
But guys, only 2 though.
I hear you, but they've never, bro. Imagine this year.
They've got more Premier Leagues than Arsenal, who are apparently this amazing team, right?
No, bro, but they're trying to get on the map. And you know what the thing is as well? And let's be real. Let's just be real. If Man City win the Champions League, that's when the conversation kind of stops. Like, you know, when we can kind of say, like, bro, you're an amazing club, but you're not an elite club. You can't sit at the table. The elite clubs will have at least one Champions League. So
that means Arsenal are an elite then?
No, we established
this. Arsenal are not. Arsenal are an amazing club with amazing history.
Oh, that's been established ages.
Yeah. But you can't. Let me be real. When the directors,
I don't know. I have conversations all the time, and
yeah.
Arsenal fans tell me differently. So
so you're a madman then, because you're arguing with madman.
For real.
No, but here's the one thing I will say though, guys.
William Hill, bro, with a K in your hand arguing, bro. Like, let me do it, bro.
So said hella apple breath, you know. What I will say though, guys, on the real, all jokes aside, yeah, even though Champions League is heritage 100%, you gotta be honest. If you want to be a great team, you do have to dominate your domestic league. It's probably one of the reasons why people won't give Nottingham Forest as much credit as they should be, because they've only got 1 league title, but they've got 2 European trophies. So what I will say is, if you look at the way Man City are moving, if they win the league this year, they've got more Premier Leagues than Chelsea, they've got more Premier Leagues than Arsenal. It puts them in the company with Man United. It's the only team with more Premier Leagues than them. I don't think they would swap the league for the Champions League. I don't. They're hungry for that Champions League. There's no doubt. They wouldn't. I don't think they would swap their dominance in the Premier League for the Champions League.
They said they'd swap it for ours, because they'd have a Premier League and a Champions League if they had our success.
But then they'd only have 3 Premier Leagues instead of 6 Premier Leagues.
They'd have that Champions League, but no one. What could anyone say to them?
Bro, as a player, that's what. Here's the thing, Drift. Just
can you only win 3 leagues with all the money they've had for all these years to have only won the league 3 times?
Never win a Champions League. That's a big thing, even for a player. And to go back to Arsenal, one thing I will say, and I'll give Arsenal credit for, which is an anomaly which they've achieved. Going a season unbeaten is an amazing achievement. I'm not going to downplay it. It actually is, and it will probably never happen again. Not just due to the fact of how good they were at the time, but probably due to the fact of the teams weren't really, if I'm being real, they weren't really as competitive in it. So that's why Arsenal, when the Arsenal fans, fair play to you guys, you'll say you're an elite club, they normally bring up the invincible thing, but that's where it ends, because they know after that, they got nothing else.
Bro, it's all they bring up, man.
They've got an elite
it's
Premier
all
League
they bring up, bro. They might as well call themselves Invincibles. Forget calling themselves Arsenal. Might as well just call themselves Invincibles, bro.
They are an amazing elite Premier League team.
Sorry, guys, one sec.
I can't even lie to you, bro. I don't think winning the Premier League 3 times makes you an elite Premier League side.
No, it does. Sorry. The way they've done it, it does. But they are not an elite global football team.
Chelsea have created more history in 15 years than Arsenal have in 30.
No, Drift, because you've got to understand where Arsenal came from in comparison to where Chelsea came from. Arsenal
that's fair enough, but the case is still there, right? Regardless of how they did it.
Arsenal built their stuff up properly. I respect what Arsenal have done in the Premier League.
No, I agree with that, but we can't take away what's done when you're just looking at it at face value.
I know, but you have to add context, though, because let's be honest, Chelsea, without the influx of money, they're probably not even in the Premier League anymore.
Yeah, but bro, context even means Ferguson wasn't that good.
No.
He was because he had the upper hand in the Premier League for the majority of the time he was Man U manager.
He built them back. He built them up from they were a sleeping giant, bro. He built them up legit.
But they had the money to do it, bro. Until Chelsea came in with all their money, Man United were the only team who had money in the Premier League, bro.
But they also spent it well.
No, they did. I'm not taking any credit away. But until
let's not forget, they brought for a bagger man through the academy and all that as well. So
we can't but sometimes those things can be lucky, though.
Yeah, but it still happens, bro. Still happens.
I'm just saying, for 10 years, Man United monopolised the Premier League. It's kind of the same thing, bro. It wasn't a sugar daddy thing, but they still monopolised the Premier League. So
yeah, but they did it legit, though, innit?
Without Chelsea's money, Man United would have probably had about 18 Premier League titles.
Maybe, to be fair.
So,
Math says Drift was right though. League ain't in our hands. No, it's not in our hands. It's not in our hands. Math says.
by the way, I'm
Luton-
not saying Fergie doesn't get credit. I'm saying in the context of saying when you win things because you've got the dominance with the money. I'm saying then Ferguson has to be spoken about because he had dominance of money. That's what I'm saying. He just did. Man United still spend like stupid, and they don't even they're not even good anymore.
Math
Their
said,
recruitment shocking though. You're right there.
Luther wears the same coat for 4 or 5 years. Can't respect it. No, that's why I respect it. No, that's why I respect it even more.
Are you sure it's not? You sure it's not Lupin?
No.
How I pronounced it.
I'll
Wait,
tell
the
you
missus
why
is
I
looking
rate
at
the
me
fact
mad
that he
as
wears
well.
the same
She's like,
clothes
how
all
can
the
you
time.
say Lupin? After she's the one that told
with
me.
his job. He's obsessed with what he needs to accomplish.
Lupin.
Luther's different. So many
Lupin.
levels. It's different.
He better be
Aston
getting it
Luther-
dry clean though. That's for sure.
Luther made me scared of my loft every single night, staring at the ceiling. Facts.
You lot are making me want to go watch it now.
It's different. My missus was in Luther, bro.
Oh, raw for real.
I remember you said, yeah.
Hey,
it was
heavy.
nice.
That's
We were
heavy.
sitting down watching it, and she's like, "Oh, that's me," and I was like, "Oh, whatever, man. Sure, you want peace?"
And then
yeah?
you
Like-
saw.
You know,
That's
this was
it.
early in the relationship. I was like, "Oh, you want peace? Yeah, no, that ain't you, man." She's like, "No, that's me," and I was like, "What do you mean?"
Yeah,
this is you?"
yeah.
She's like, "Oh, this is the thing I
That's
recorded
sick.
with Elba," and I was like, "Oh, is that you?" Yeah, I was like, "All right." I might get a little piece from a small store and that, you all right? All right then, babe. You saying I'm a groupie now? Yeah, all right, babe.
Who's that calling you? Idris.
Sammy says, no chance I'd swap. If we win number 7, we're only second behind Real Madrid. This obsession with the Premier League is just Sky Sports hype, although I'd say we have to try and win both at any given point in time. You know what? This is making me really think, I'm not going to lie.
The league is harder to win than the Champions League, man. It is.
You can't say that though, Drift.
Hard to say, because think of the somebody. Do you know
we won it in 05 with a very average team, guys.
No,
you ain't winning the Premier League with an average team, man.
I hear that, Drift.
I hear you.
You still have to win it though, because you're playing against the elite.
No, I hear it. No, obviously you get mad credit for doing it, but it's not as hard as winning the Prem.
Here's the thing.
I disagree.
I think it's just as hard as both. It's just as
different.
hard because you'll have Champions League runs where you come up against some of the strongest teams you've ever faced in your life, and then obviously there's times when you're like, okay, we kind of got it lucky. Then remember now, there's teams in the Premier League. No disrespect to them. There's teams that like I don't disrespect them, but see Leicester. Let's be real. See that season Leicester won it. And I'm not taking anything away. Would you have honestly said everyone was on their A game? Or would you have said, do you see what I'm trying to say? There's time.
I think that was a hell of an anomaly of a season.
But wouldn't you say then, Drift, there's been other seasons where other teams just aren't on it as well? Because again,
yeah, there are. Don't get me wrong. But the reason why I say that is because when you think about a 38-game marathon, right? With every team being so different, it's way harder to navigate than it is when you come up against a team who may be a good team, but you've just got a game plan that one tie, and if you get through it, you smacked it. Whereas in the Premier League, you've literally got Burnley one week, then you got Brighton the next week, then you got Crystal Palace the next week, and they've all got different playing styles. And every time you're like constantly navigating these teams, I think that's more difficult than just planning for one big game against one big side, and then you get like a month until you've got to face the next big team.
So then, Drift, why is it that? And again, this is no shade on Man United. I would never disrespect their accomplishments, but why is it Fergie was able to win 13 Prems and only 2 Champions Leagues then, bro?
Because the Champions League and the Premier League at the same time becomes a whole different ball.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But why is it Pep's been able to win Premier Leagues but not been able to hit that Champions League again?
Well, bro, we got to be honest. He's got 20 years before he's been there at the same time. Context has to be added.
No. But I'm just talking about
was there
now,
for 27 years.
Since he's left Barcelona, what has that been? What, 8-9 years, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, but
Drift. Now think about it, bro. Not one Champions League in that time.
Bayern Munich have only won 6 Champions Leagues in their whole history. It's a bit unfair to say for 3 years he was there, he should have done it.
No, but this is my point, Drift. We've won it 6 times in our whole history, but we've got 19 leagues.
I hear you.
Look, I don't have a problem with people saying the Champions League is harder to win. I just personally think cup competitions is easier to navigate than the league is.
I don't think it is. I think they're just different. They're
you
both
can be lucky in a
difficult.
cup competition. You can't really be lucky in the league.
Rodri handball. Are you sure?
No, but I mean, over the course of the season, the majority of the times that they did well would have been they earned it. Innit? You're not going to get a Rodri 20 times in a season.
Wolves when they got a penalty and man got sent off.
No, but these are still like isolated incidents. They're not like a reoccurrence week after week after week. Do you know?
Bro, are we saying we didn't grow up on week after week of seeing Man United get certain things go their way that shouldn't have?
Look, it's a difficult one. I don't really think there's a right answer. I don't think there's a right answer because I'm looking at a lot of scenarios. I'm looking at the time when it was Monaco and Porto in the Champions League final. I'm looking at the fact that, without disrespect, Tottenham made it to a Champions League final. I'm looking at the fact that 05 Liverpool made it to a Champions League final. I'm talking about the fact that Chelsea, who just about struggled to get fourth on the last day, got to the Champions League final. Like, I do believe that we've got to look at it and think sometimes, right, there's got to be something easier about the Champions League. Why these teams who aren't even good enough to be top four in the domestic league can win in the Champions League.
Quick question, guys, to you both. Who's won the Champions League in recent years, would you say, had no right to win it?
Recently?
Just in recent years that had no right, where you're like, how the hell did they get there?
Recently, I think all the winners have deserved it.
Reason I say that is because normally, even though I kind of understand what you both got points here, and the reason I said that to you, Jeff, is that normally the team that wins it, more likely than not, is an amazing team. We've never really seen like a team where you've gone, bro, how the hell did they win it? I can't believe we've just seen Villarreal win the Champions League. That's when you kind of look at it and go,
kind of did do that.
But Trish, let me swap it.
That's an anomaly. Like how I use Leicester. However,
Monaco were in the final, Matt, that year. You know, Monaco, bro.
I'm
not gonna lie, that was the Leicester.
Monaco got to a semi-final 4 years ago.
Villarreal was
like 45 minutes away from a final. I
hear it, Drift, but check it though, Drift. Let's switch it though. You gave me all the teams that won the league and Champions League, but didn't do great in the Prem. Guardiola won the Premier League, went out to Lyon.
But I think we can all say that was a bottle job rather than they weren't good enough to, if you get what I mean.
No, but they still didn't know, Drift. That's the point. So, but we've seen Juventus win leagues, not been able to get that Champions League. If I'm not mistaken, Juventus have never won a Champions League.
Look at Bayern, bro. Bayern win the German league every year. They should get more Champions League.
But this is the reason why again it makes me. I don't mean to be ignorant to the English thing. Premier League is harder than winning the Champions League. I don't think the Champions League is harder to win in other leagues, and that's without disrespect to them. I think the Premier League is harder to win than the Champions League. Yeah, Serie A is probably easier to win than the Champions League.
Guna Lee said Champions League is overrated. Simple. That's like a man saying, no, I don't want Beyonce. She's not that pretty. You can't get Beyonce. That's why you say it, big man. Sammy Bahrain says, I know we've got that one already. Yeba says, Dark on Netflix is the best ever goated. I've never even heard
I've never watched that. Oh, we forgot about Black Mirror.
I've not watched Black Mirror, to be fair.
I haven't seen Black Mirror. Jeff, I remember you told me about this Black Mirror thing, you know.
Now you know how it feels.
I finally got one back on Cal. Oh my days.
Now you know how it feels.
Bro.
I ain't seen it. Sure.
Bro.
Let me ask you, man, this
Black Mirror is so up your street, Cal. It's unbelievable.
Okay, I'll give it a try.
First episode, you can rewind in your mind what you've lived. That's all I'm gonna say. Go watch. Black Mirror, bro.
You might have seen Prison Break, innit?
Come on now.
Let's not do this, man.
Yeah. Yes, in Prison Break.
Let's not do this, bro.
Sue Craig,
you haven't seen Prison Break.
Sue Craig,
I haven't, bro.
You
know I haven't, bro.
Bro, you've been in seasons 1 to 4. How can you not see
it? That's why Expressions calls you Sue Craig, bro.
Sue Craig, bro.
Prison
Break.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't really like prison shows as well. That's why I don't watch Banshee either.
No, but yes. What? No, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's time to end the stream, bro. You know what? If I say man in a suit, you don't know what I'm talking about. I say man in a suit. Carl knows. In a man in a suit, blood. Oh
But you know me, bruv. I'm squeamish, bruv. And the first episode I was shown was that prison yard.
I know
scene.
where his head gets mashed up with
Yeah,
the
bruv. You can't show me that if you want me to watch a show. Yeah, you can't show me that if you want me to watch a show.
You see Banshee, yeah? Banshee hold nothing.
No remorse.
Yeah, no, you can't. Yeah.
Zotta says, what do you guys think about Mane going back to Germany? Going to cover that shortly, Zotta. Antio Chill says, I highly recommend Arcane and Reacher. I've heard of
Reacher still. I've heard of Reacher.
What, Jack Reacher? Is Jack Reacher?
No, I think it's just called Reacher.
Oh.
Big up Sadiq says, I bet none of you have watched Ray Donovan. I haven't, you know.
I haven't, no.
Do you know what? I've seen quite a bit of Ray Donovan, but not like all through all the seasons. Ray Donovan was kind of cold still.
Mario says, what do you think of the new kit? Also watch Ozark. Ozark's big. I'm not fully up to date with it, but Ozark is big.
I haven't started Ozark either.
We're going to do a kit show, Mario, at the end of the season, so stay tuned on that. We're going to give our full rundown on the kits.
100%.
Big up to Alex Georgie says, the day Cal and Drift don't throw shots at Arsenal, hell will freeze over. It's always going to be hot, bruv. That's all I'm going to say.
Because no Arsenal fans are like you, Alex, who humbled himself and a car.
Alex ain't that humble, man. Alex
barely talks shit,
just not as
bro.
much as Lee. Lee's the one that Lee leads the charge, isn't it?
Me and Lee have been going back and forth on Twitter.
I'll tell you what it is. Lee will come up to you and slap you in your face. Where you see Alex will sit on the roof for 2 days and then he'll shoot you, bro. That's Alex. Alex will camp out until the right moment, and then you'll be walking to your car, bro, and you'll just oof. That's Alex. Lee just raw with it. Lee will just come up to you and just slap you while you're running. Razor said, scariest horror film you've watched. I don't watch horror, so question for you guys.
Scariest horror.
The best horror I've ever watched is the Insidious trilogy or quadrilogy or whatever you call it.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not even trying to sound like I'm this guy. It's hard for me to get scared in films. Like, just I don't know why. And I'm really thinking deep. Like,
I don't, it would have to be when I was a kid.
Yeah,
do you know what was right up there? The Fly was really freaky when I was younger.
Oh, do you know what? Maybe.
It would be like Child's Play or
no, for me it was like Candyman
1
when I was younger. So I watched Candyman 1 when I went over to America. So maybe Candyman 1. Maybe the first time I was like, nah, I don't like this. I think maybe, yeah. Candyman 1, I think. Yeah, Candyman 1. That
someone just said Harry Maguire defending compilation.
Sorry, guys, just quickly. Have you seen? I haven't seen all of it, but I saw bits of it, and I was like, it's not even about a scaring thing. It just makes man want to be sick. Have you seen Human Centipede?
No, I can't watch that.
Bro.
Fam, I'm gonna be real.
Why would anybody watch that, bruv? That took arse to mouth to a whole new level, bro. Nah, me not them thing there.
Pause. I'm not gonna lie. Human Centipede will make man just want to just not go to work the next day and crawl up in your bed and just hug up your pillow.
Hey, wait. The fly was not weak when you're only a child. I watched The Fly when I was hella young. Like, I must have been about 7 or something when I saw that for the first time. When you're young like that, that is not a weak film, bro. The Fly is kind of freaky.
That thing there was just.
Messi FC says 18 years down, 12 to go. Arsenal is tin pot. Don't worry, they got Arteta. They'll win the league next season. Mario, let's not forget we Littlewoods money back in the day. We are still. Math says the Bill came to my block in the 90s. Quick cameo. The Bill was incredible.
Was incredible. A few times, bro.
Jay Finn said, I think the Champions League is more of an England thing because I will take 3 Champions League and 1 Premier League in Klopp time. I think people in Great Britain just afraid of banter. It could be a point. Liam says, Premier League is a 38-game season, but it's not like you're playing any of the other top 6 week in, week out. But in the Champions League, you've got elite teams, all the elite teams in it with such a smaller margin for error. Champions League makes you eternal.
I disagree with that.
Some
Champions League games are so bad.
No, brother.
Say that again, Sir Drift.
Some Champions League games are so bad. The quality is so bad.
No, but
Sometimes
to win it though.
You still got to
maybe
win it.
to win it, but as a
you ain't gonna-
competition overall, there are some horrendous games in the Champions
No, but
League.
here's the
But
thing:
same
is
in the
that
Prem, bro. Norwich Burnley. You want to sit through Norwich Burnley, bro?
you know?
No,
True.
no.
No, it's true.
No,
Norwich
I
Everton.
even
Everton,
mean if
yeah?
your team is playing, like when Real Madrid were playing Sheriff, let's keep it a buck. What kind of game is that, bro?
Bob, I'm not
You
gonna
know what
lie.
I mean?
Sheriff would bad up a couple Prem teams, bro. Bad up a couple Prem teams. Ash said, World Cup is the biggest international tournament and Champions League is its club equivalent. Fergie would have 100% swapped 6 of his leagues for 2 more Champions Leagues.
No, I don't think he would.
I reckon he would have. No. Shall I tell you why he would not?
Not a chance.
His purpose was to knock Liverpool off the perch, innit?
Because that was more important. Otherwise, he would have tried to get 5 European trophies instead, right?
More important to him. Not necessarily the club and the fans. John II says Celtic are a bigger club than Arsenal. Yeah, unfortunately for Arsenal, yes. Marcus says, how is it every time you guys talk about great TV shows, no one ever mentions Gomorrah? One of the greatest crime series of all time, no joke.
I can't lie, I've never seen
I've heard of Gomorrah, I have to be real.
Marcus, if I'm not mistaken, is Gomorrah made by the same people as The Wire, or have I got that wrong? And let me know. LFC Aaron says, hi guys, Black Mirror is brilliant. It actually makes you look at technology different.
Black Mirror is amazing.
Black Mirror, you know.
Tune in. Jordan says, not gonna lie, you need miracles sometimes to win a Champions League and Prem as well. Let's not act like Man City's first ever Premier League win wasn't a miracle. That was a miracle.
Do you know? Have you man seen Money Heist actually?
Yes, I'm halfway through the last season.
Okay. I'm on.
I got halfway through season 1,
3?
and then I just didn't find it as good as everyone else.
Bro, you're not on the money.
I can't lie, I just weren't really into it, man.
Drift, man.
Man don't know about Professor, you know?
Yeah,
Professor.
Hey, tell me that's
No,
not
of course
Klopp,
I know who he is.
Was that said again?
Tell me Professor's not Klopp, bro. Klopp, innit? It's an evil version of Klopp.
Yeah, facts. It is, actually it is, for real.
Liverpool 12th man says Peaky Blinders and Champions League is European elite. League isn't.
Couple people talk about Peaky still. I've never watched Peaky.
Yeah, I've never watched Peaky.
Money Heist, you know.
Gomorrah guys did Sicario as well. Okay. Ciro, the best TV character of all time. Go. Okay.
Sicario is a brilliant film.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to our third and final topic.
Certain man says Walter White is Klopp.
No, it's Professor. It's Professor. When you watch Money Heist,
It's Professor. It's Professor, 100%.
Right. A chat that hopefully all of us will agree on. Let's do this. I'm going to keep my bit of this very short and sweet. Bayern Munich want Sadio Mane, and there's also rumours that they'd be willing to swap Serge Gnabry for Sadio Mane. My response to Bayern Munich is simply one of, no. Piss off, no.
You want my response?
This is mine.
No. I have no money. No.
I don't think I can be any clearer, to be honest.
It's true, you know.
Yeah.
Feel free to add if you guys want to. And by the way, I rate Gnabry. You man know how much I rate Gnabry.
Yeah, you do.
Gnabry for Mane? No, I'm not gonna lie. Hell no. Never ever. Like
my
ever.
response is very straightforward.
Come them big in your mama. You suck your mama. I'm ready for run down your blood clot and gunshot you in this.
Bro, I'm going to pick up my daughter. Allow it. Drift, you can't be playing clips like that when I'm picking up my daughter. Oh my days.
Yeah, no, it's not happening, man.
It's straightforward.
Oh,
Now we all agree on that. Just on Bayern Munich, stay with Bayern Munich. By the way, shout out to Kev who sent me this. Bayern Munich have pulled out. Jamrock, I know your ears are going to perk up for this as well if you're in the chat. Bayern Munich have apparently pulled out of wanting Gravenberch. They offered Hold on, Matt. Hold on. they offered 17 mil plus 6 in add-on, and Bayern don't want to go higher than that. Ajax apparently want 30.
Slow down.
He's got 1 year left, right?
He's got 1 year left, and he's not got the same agent because obviously Mino passed away, unfortunately.
I must admit, even though he's only got 1 year left, that's quite stingy. That they only offered 16 million. Like, he's a generational player. That is really stingy, man. I can't even lie. They've got a little bit of a cheek to only ask 16 million, regardless of whether he's only got 1 year left. You got to pay more than 16 million for Gravenberch. Come on.
Facts. No, you have to, bro. I'm gonna be real. Like 17 mil in add-ons for Gravenberch.
Yeah,
bro.
It's irrelevant how many years he's got left. That's crazy money, bro.
I'd at least say he's like
25 at least.
25
at least.
Let me ask you guys a question because I don't want either of these players. I want Mark Noble and Matic is an ideal. That's ideal for me, innit? That Matic is the DM and Noble will be our box to box. Yeah,
Matter on a free as well, Cal.
Yeah, Matt obviously to compete with like Carvalho in a number 10 and teach Harvey Elliott his craft.
Yeah.
Would you, given a choice, would you get Tchouaméni or Gravenberch? You can only take one.
We can wrap that into a £50 million package and get both, Cal.
No, I said one only.
We can wrap that into a £50 million package.
This ain't the butchers, bro. We ain't giving you extra mutton in the bag, bro.
Bro, I'm never buying an animal that waited till it died to be cooked, bro. Fun that.
Tchouaméni or Gravenberch?
I've got to be honest with you. I think Tchouaméni would be a bit better suited to the way we play.
Which recency, though.
No. I just think he would. I think he would kind of suit the way we play a little bit more. Right. But why don't we get both, bro?
Well, that's a very good point. Only because he's
big enough.
The reason why I feel like a lot of people say Tchouaméni, and I'm not having a go at you, by the way. It was a bit like even myself when it was the whole Grealish and like Maddison debate. Because it's like people forgot about Maddison. I kind of feel like people forgetting what Gravenberch is like.
No. I think everyone knows Gravenberch is a G. But don't you think because Tchouaméni can play the number 6 role, that's why he's a bit more suited to the way we play? Because Gravenberch can't play number 6, bro. So that means we won't have the flexibility that Tchouaméni would have in our system.
Hear me out. Tchouaméni is what I was speaking to my brother today. Tchouaméni is a 6/8.
Sorry to cut you, Matt. Did you see his goals at the weekend?
Oh yeah. I saw.
I haven't.
No, his goals are serious.
Matt, they were cold, innit?
They were disgusting. I can't.
Yeah, I'll have to check it.
Bro, this brother knows he's about to he knows he's about to move to a bigger club. And he's like, you know what I'm gonna do? He's like, Monaco, I love you, man. Still, let me get you, man, some more money. So let me just pack a couple of goals so you, man, can get more of the fee. Bro,
somebody's got to figure out how France keep on making these G's, you know.
Bro, I don't want to ask any questions, bro. But I reckon there's a laboratory and I reckon Area 51's involved. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, bro. Definitely it is actually mad when you think about all these young bucks coming through the French thing.
Bro,
it's crazy.
It's a lab. Dembele's had about 25 million hamstring injuries and hasn't lost 1 ounce of pace.
I'm gonna say 2 words to you guys.
Yeah.
He wasn't born there. But that's where he made his name and his livelihood.
Yeah.
Francis Ngannou, we move.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, this unknown person has come up from France and is now the hardest punch recorded in history. Is the UFC world champion. Oh.
What are you saying? Cameroon is just a fake backstory.
You said it, not me, bro.
There's not many photos. I can't lie. There's only one photo where Ngannou looks normal. No, you know that one's there where you got Kalel like back in the village and that. It's mad.
Oh it's man,
it's mad.
No, but all jokes aside, I know you gave us the alternative because Liverpool would never do a madness. But let's be real: if you can get both for 25 million, which you probably can,
No, you
That
can't
is
get
actually
Tchouaméni
what
for
Liverpool.
25.
Who would say?
You can't get Tchouaméni for 25 mil.
All right, 30
No.
then.
No, bro. Do you know what I've heard?
That was the
Tchouaméni-
amount
Are you ready
that
for
I
it?
heard that he's going
No.
for.
You heard
Tchouaméni,
wrong,
apparently, and I say apparently, they want 80 million euros.
What?
No, but hear me out. They've got an auction. So these are the teams that I've heard that are in for
So
him.
where'd the 30 come from?
No, hear me out. He ain't going for 8. He ain't gonna go for that price, but there's an auction. Hear me now. Liverpool, Real Madrid, Chelsea, PSG,
And Man United.
and United are all in for him. Apparently, the teams that are closest to who he wants to potentially go to are Real Madrid and Liverpool. Real Madrid, they're stalling apparently because they're trying to wrap up the Mbappe thing, which apparently they are doing, and it's getting closer. Liverpool, apparently he likes what we're about, but apparently we're trying to negotiate the fee down, and we're finding it a little bit hard.
Of course we are.
So I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not gonna sit here and do the
We're
whole.
not signing him.
No.
I'm giving up on that. Let's go and get Gravenberch.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest. This is the one deal where I would say, to you, watch
Basuma.
out. Just watch out for it. No, I'm not
Let's go
gonna
and
sit
get
here
Eves and Gravenberch then. You can do that for 50 odd mil.
Can I say
bro,
something?
don't be surprised if he signs Tchouaméni. That's what I'm gonna say, you know.
When are Liverpool going to pack out a 60, 70, 80 million pound package?
No, we wouldn't do that. We'd do a deal in the sense of like, all right, it'll probably be something like
What, Klarna?
Nah, Julian Ward's basically just getting the schematics for the building. He's gonna plant something in there and say, you man, we're gonna have to do a
Man's
deal
going to put
around the
Sempex
building
in the
coming down.
foundations and that.
bro.
Man said you don't
We
believe
got a
me,
very
you
good
just
chance to get
put it and the
Tchouaméni,
lift
you
will
know.
just drop. Like,
Do you know
We got a
what?
very good chance,
I read that Tchouaméni was going for around 30 million.
no.
No.
I don't know where you saw that, bro.
Can I play that video
It was
again?
online
No. It ain't happening, bro.
I'm giving up on Tchouaméni if he's going to cost that much.
No,
Drift.
the BI first score was around
80.
45 mil.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
now
80.
Monaco have recently come out and said they want 80
Yeah,
mil.
because they got an auction. No, but Drift, here's the thing. They know they're not going to get 80. They're starting high. Do you know what I reckon he goes for? I reckon he goes for like 60 million euros. Do you know
I
about?
reckon in the 50s.
31, 31, 37, 40 in the back, 40 in the back. But we never get involved in auctions. We already know what we're like.
That's why we negotiate, bro. We're not trying to pay that price.
I might get cooked for this. I might. And I'm willing to take it on the chin if I do. Fabinho and Hendo effectively could be our 2-6s next season. Yeah? Aren't we screaming out for a midfielder who can score goals, create and shoot from outside the box?
Yeah,
Therefore,
we are.
isn't Gravenberch technically better for us than Tchouaméni, even if he might not be the better player?
I see the logic behind that 100%.
I'll go one better. What would you say about Jude Bellingham if you could get him at a reasonable fee? I know he's English and the tax is mad, but let me ask you this.
My answer.
I think Bellingham's development is further behind, which makes it a bigger risk at the moment.
You don't think he's the guy?
No, he's got the talent, but at 18, 19 years old, I think he's a little bit behind what we need. I think it would be a bit better. We got a 19-year-old in Carvalho coming in. We've got a 19-year-old in Elliot. Like, we got a lot of young players.
Could Jude Bellingham be what Dele Alli was when he came to Spurs?
Different players. I genuinely believe Bellingham needs another year or two at Bayern Munich. I think if he comes to Liverpool now...
You mean Dortmund?
Dortmund.
Sorry, yeah, Dortment. Yeah.
Well, you might be right. They might even buy him. You know how they monopolize the league.
I genuinely believe if he comes to Liverpool now, the weight of expectation on him and what would be expected, I think would work against him.
I don't think it does.
No,
I get where Carl's coming from.
I rate him so highly for his age.
Bro.
But if you actually watch him week in, week out, or you watch his games, I don't think he's ready for Liverpool yet.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest. I disagree. You know what? Even though he might not be, here's the thing. Okay, so his profile as things stand is probably not as big as Tchouaméni's. I'll say it's bigger than Gravenberch's, but only because he's English. But in terms of like what they offer, you see Jude Bellingham, yeah, he's a CM that, in my opinion, will evolve once he goes to a team that kind of cater to him. Like, I'm gonna be honest right now. Yes, I do think he's slightly behind the curve in terms of where he's in his development. In terms of maybe Gravenberch, I think is more complete, and Tchouaméni. But bro, the potential is mad. And I've even just seen a comment that just says Sancho 2.0. I'm not even trying to be funny, but remember they're two different players. Not only that, that's like saying he's just going to go to Man United and the same thing's going to happen. Remember, we're expecting that, Bellingham at one point He might be at Liverpool, might be at Chelsea. I think he will excel. The thing is, I don't know how big his ceiling is. But again, you answered the question though as well. Sorry, to take it full circle. I love Tchouaméni. I think he's sick. But if we're talking about our midfield is lacking a little bit of technical ability, and when we look at like Man City, especially when we look at KDB and Gundogan when they play, are we gonna find? Are we still gonna be a little bit like not annoyed that we got him because he's sick, but are we still gonna be sitting there going, we still need that techie guy though, like someone to ball alongside Thiago? Because you know what some people will say, put Tchouaméni in the 6 when we're playing against like teams that really want to put it on us, so to speak. Pause. Then you've got Thiago, and then who's the next guy? Who's that next guy that's like, oh, you know what? This guy starts every game. Who is he?
So are we back to then saying we need 2 centre midfielders then, boys?
We've always needed it. No, Carvalho actually could be that guy, actually. Carvalho could be that guy.
I don't want the player on the screen right now. I'd rather
No, but you know what? We can't keep on having players in our team that have done their knee though, man.
I don't want him anyway. I'd rather get Anthony Gordon.
No, I hear that. No, don't get me wrong. As a player, he looks sensational, but we can't just keep getting these players who've done their knee. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit.
He's
mad.
no good anyway. I'd rather Anthony Gordon.
And are we not missing the biggest elephant in the room, guys? Like, all jokes aside, yeah, they might be in the mud, but their new manager knows him better than anyone. If Bayern don't get him, is there not a massive chance that he just follows Ten Hag to Man United?
Depends on whether he wants to deal with that nonsense.
Yeah.
But I think going to a manager he already knows would like help a lot in convincing him, you know? You can't you can't downplay things like that. Players do love to play for managers who already know
James Rodriguez, though, he's probably not sitting there wishing that Carlo brought him.
No, but he ducked out straight away, though, innit, bro? He was out of there as soon as Carlo left,
point, though, innit? Yeah, I mean, apparently there was a winger that played really well against Chelsea at the weekend. I don't know what his name is. His name evades me. Plays for that team in gold. Is it Wolverhampton Wanderers? I can't remember. Left-footed guy, anyway. I don't know. Just throwing names out there. Well, I'm not throwing names out there because I don't want him. But yeah, just I don't know. Apparently he looked decent in that game. Maybe we should go and grab him. I can't remember his name anyway. I don't want to say his name anyway. So,
do you know what? He's probably the most attainable he's ever been.
He signed a new contract recently.
No, but I don't think that would matter, bro. I think their stock falling, and maybe his ambition to be better. I think he's probably the most attainable he's ever been. And maybe signing that new contract was to make sure Wolves got value for their money. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, if the club did it, I wouldn't be happy, but you know, I'd stand by the club.
I think that the other elephant in the room is Matt being able to get his boy, because Leeds are actually going down. No shade to KG, like
Barcelona.
But bro, if we can convince him to stay in the league, you know what I mean? Like, honestly, I think we should try. I think we should try and do.
You know what scared me? And I'm being all jokes aside.
For a cut price,
I will be scared us getting Rafinha, knowing Salah still hasn't signed his deal. Do you know that?
Yeah. I agree.
It's one of them ones where it's like, oh, we signed Rafinha, but you know Salah hasn't signed his contract, and you're just sitting there thinking, Salah hasn't signed though. This is good, but Salah ain't signed. We need to get to a situation where all of our key players, like your Firmino, your Mane and Salah, sign new deals, and we can just build upon what we have. Because, like I said before, maybe about 4 or 5 games ago, we just got to enjoy our front line as much as we can, because we don't know how long they're going to be there for. And not only that, we also need to address our problems. Man City today have addressed their issues. They have gone and signed Haaland. It's 99% done. It's done deal. Everyone's reporting it now. I said this a while ago now. It's practically done. It's been done for a while. They are getting Haaland. It's probably sunk in today. They have bro. They have addressed their issue. They were like, we haven't got their supposed striker, even though he's the striker. They were like, we're gonna have to go and get the man out with who they think is gonna bang in the goals, and he will bang in the goals. We need to address our issue. Our issue is not our front line. Our issue is literally just like them. It's theoretically one position, you know. It's midfield. When you actually deep it might take 2 players, but it's midfield. It's in one area. Our defense is cool, especially if we get Calvin. What's his name? Calvin Ramsey from Aberdeen, or like you guys say, Nico Williams come back and does very, very well. So we got Joe Gomez as well. It's more the midfield, you know. So,
one thing I will say just quickly, I find it crazy, yeah, that Man City are being investigated and they're still out here just spending money. Like, boy, them ain't sitting outside their yard watching them after them being the prime suspects in the bank robbery. And they're still buying Rolexes, Lamborghinis, and all sorts of mad. Just right there, the boy, them are
Allegedly.
watching. And they're still, I find it incredible. Imagine being investigated for some kind of financial doping and still spending hundreds of millions right in front of everyone's face. I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
I do.
They've got no chill whatsoever.
Bro, I'm gonna be a real money.
I don't get it. I really don't get it. They've got no chill, man.
Money does talk, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
This is dead predators right now. You know when my man went and just started buying up all the things, and the man had told him, "Yo, what are you doing, bro?"
Bro, I'm gonna be honest. Like you said, they're under a bit of heat, and it don't make no difference. They're buying up players, and the package for Haaland apparently is like 220 mil, apparently reportedly. When you like agents' fees and all that stuff, and like everything, signing on bonus, wages. Apparently, Fabrizio said apparently he's not going to break their wage structure. I'm not too sure about that. No one will ever know. I don't think he knows personally. And that's
that means that they're giving him £100 million signing on fee or some dumb shit.
Yeah,
then, bro.
So it's mad. It's crazy. It's mad.
No comment. Guys, let's move on to the FPL update. Mark.
Mark! You know what? Mark was on Smash today in the modding thing, so I'm gonna get off Mark's back today.
Cool. FPL update, let's do this. All right, straight into it. Marcus squeezing the league. Says no, I ain't letting go. Still top.
That is tight though.
Yeah, Copper's in second place. Poundland FSG's really moved up. I remember Poundland FSG was like 16th at one point. Now could win it. Roughton in fourth. Glamour Boys in fifth. Mark in sixth.
Take it easy.
Michael Edwards, sell to buy. Bossing Puddlefoot, best name about. In ninth,
Trust me.
Great one. Ajat the Sheriff in 11th. AJ in 12th. Lockdown FC 13th. The 12th man, Ricky Wilson, and making up the top 15. Show me the money. Darren.
You know what's mad, bro? There's actually still a couple of games left from this week's game thing as well. So by Friday, this could have all changed, bro. It's a double game week. So it could really change, you know what I mean? So it's going to be very interesting. Very interesting.
Right, let me get through some of these supers. Liverpool 12th man says, Peep Lupin shoe game. Champions League, Euros, best league teams. It's true as well. AD, watch Black Mirror and Love, Death and Robots.
I've heard about Love, Death and Robots. That's an animation, I think.
I heard about that.
I've never even heard about that. Oh, sorry. Scoop. Is Scoop not even in the top 15?
Shut up.
Oh, no. Scoop's 19th.
Has he? Oh, he's done a Leicester. Oh, no.
He's done an Arsenal.
He's done a Leicester, bro.
Scoop is a
man was in contention still, and then he just, you know.
Raw. Musa says, all I say is if our front three go, they leave with love, respect, and legend status. They've done more than enough in case they want to try new-ish. Yeah, I'm gonna be real. I don't really want to see any of them leaving Musa.
Neither, yeah, none of them.
Jamrock says that's all Mane's agent putting that out there. Could be for contract.
Boy, Liverpool better hurry up and get it done, innit?
Bajan Barnes says, fellas, bless up as always. Bless up, Bajan Barnes. Let's win our games, and if it means we only win the treble, brilliant season. Slap Villa tomorrow and get ready for FA Cup. Facts.
Definitely. Big up Bajan as well, as always.
Question for Matt and Drift. Would Bowen still be an underwhelming signing?
Okay, let's put a little bit of context on it. Mo gets a new deal. Mane gets a new deal. Bobby gets a new deal. Gravenberch, Shuameni, or Eves coming in midfield. And Bowen is coming in to be a backup to Salah on top of that with Carvalho coming in already. No, I wouldn't find that underwhelming, no.
Okay, I'm going to spin it. We get Calvin Ramsey for right back. We get either Shuameni, Gravenberch, or Basuma. Not two of the three. We get one of the three. And Bowen comes in. And we renew the contracts of Mane and Salah, but not Firmino. Is Bowen still underwhelming?
Oh, so that means Bobby goes. That'll be hard.
No. Bobby's still at the club, but he might leave on a free.
He does the free thing like a genie. You mean? No, I wouldn't call that underwhelming. No, I wouldn't.
All right.
Serious question, guys.
Yeah, go on.
Has Bowen performed better in the league
than
Jota did before we signed Jota?
Yeah, he's performing better than Jota did at Wolves. Yeah,
but West Ham having a very, 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 very good season, though. I will say that.
Even last season.
And they're different. They're different types of players. As well.
You know what, Bowen? Here's the thing: when you say underwhelming, Bowen is an effective, good player. He's good. Bowen is very good, isn't it? But when you say underwhelming, to say underwhelming is almost like you also got to compare it to something else. So that's why you would feel it's underwhelming. So like. When I just sat here and said Haaland, Man City have signed Haaland, and our response to that is to sign Bowen. Now I'm not trying to say not disrespectful. No, because some people might be like, but Matt, it's not about names, it's about what they do on the pitch, and that is so true. However, so initially it might feel underwhelming, but might turn out to be amazing. But let's be real, guys. No one can sit here and tell me, when Haaland signs on that dotted line, whether it's this week or next week, yeah. If we was to sign Bowen, you initially wouldn't feel underwhelmed if that was our answer. When we signed Luis Diaz, that wasn't underwhelming for nobody. I can guarantee you that. Most likely, 9 out of 10 people probably thought this is the sign that we needed. Look at the signing. I think Bowen's not like that. I don't think Bowen's like that at all. And in fact, I'll go as far as to say, Cal, let's be realistic. Me and you, when we signed Jota, we were both just like, I remember I phoned Jota, I was like, just mad happy about Jota, but I don't know about the price. It's a bit mad. What are you saying about Jota? And you were like, I don't know. He's good. And we were both deliberating. We're under one, but deliberating.
For me, I said it should have been Neto, innit?
Yeah, but again, we had nothing to even compare it against. Now we're comparing it up against one of the best strikers in world football. As things stand, by the way, things can change a lot in football. As things stand, if we sign Bowen and they've got Haaland, just let me know in the comments, people, whether you feel initially underwhelmed. I'm not talking about throughout the rest of the season because that's hindsight. I'm saying initially, how will you feel? Are you going to go to bed thinking, hey, that's got Bowen, you know? Or are you going to be like, we got Bowen, but we ain't got enough. I ain't going to lie.
All right, let me switch it on you, though, Matt.
Let me know.
Who could we go and get in world football that you say Man City bought Haaland, we go, we bought X. Darwin ain't speaking to Haaland, bro.
I'm not saying he speaks to Haaland in terms of the name, but I'm telling you, that is the signing that we get to make sure we've got a gunman as well. Darwin is a gunman. I'm telling you, lot. Darwin is a gunman.
I'm not convinced by Darwin at all, as you probably know.
All right, let me be honest.
I'm not convinced.
If it's just one signing, which will never happen, it would be... It's almost like to counter out, it'll be Mbappe, right? Okay, we can't do Mbappe. Let's do what Liverpool would normally do. All right, we're not going to go for the name, but we're going to make sure we go for the right name. When you've got Bowen, Rafinha, Anthony, trying to figure somebody else. Even out of those three, who's the most underwhelming out of those three, in your opinion, Cal? I'll start with you.
You're not going to like my answer.
No, go on. You can say, I don't mind, bro. Honestly. Underwhelming. Remember what underwhelming means as well, though. Not just like...
I don't want to use the word underwhelming. The one I'd least want out of those players is probably Anthony. I told you, I did say you wouldn't like my answer. I did say you wouldn't like my answer.
I don't even know what to say to that.
You can't see it all. You can see it.
I rate Anthony as a footballer. I just don't think you'd suit us.
What?
Well, you ain't got to worry about me doing no other thing. I can't even get a thing in my mouth.
No.
I genuinely don't think Anthony would
That's
suit
how
her.
Drift feels inside when you heard Anthony. Bro, I'm gonna be honest.
I'm devastated.
I'm taking Bowen over Anthony.
I'm devastated.
But is it from a statistic point of view, though? On a serious note, though?
I think
Why?
Anthony,
Just tell me why.
Anthony's probably he's a better dribbler, and he's probably got more. Well, not probably. Again, he's got more flair. I just think I can do without that if it means they get the job done, i.e., goals and assists and being a constant pest. And
bro, I tell you why. I'll tell you why, and again, this isn't being shady on Bowen. This is just why I don't think Bowen is a good idea and why we need to get Anthony and the likes of. 80% of the time we play against teams with a low block. And I'm not saying Bowen is useless with the ball, but he's a very direct player who does well with space. We are pretty much just the same with Bowen. We have to have an Anthony or a Rafinha, or we have to have somebody who opens up the play. We can't keep doing this revert to type same shit because we're going to keep getting that Tottenham game all over again. We have to have ballers who find half space, good in tight spaces. We can't have this like just running direct thing. We can't, man. We've got to switch it up. I'm sorry, Bowen is not the one, man. No, I'm heartbroken.
What? Listen, I said Bowen for a reason. Cal's face for a second was killing me. This is one thing I will say.
I'm heartbroken.
I'll say this.
I did say you didn't want me to answer, but you guys.
Here's the thing. I agree with Drift. When it comes to here's the thing, Cal. Bowen, when we play against normal teams that don't do the low block thing or whatever, let's say they don't play low block. Yeah, when they're spacing behind, Bowen, I think Bowen will cook in it. But more times than not, in those tough games, you need that play with imagination. Anthony's got imagination, and in my opinion, so is Raf. I'm not saying Bowen hasn't, but Bowen is more systematic. Do you know what it is? Bowen is like, I don't know if I should say
Hey, Elise is a shout, A couple people are talking about Elise in the chat. I'm not going to lie, young raw talent under Klopp's wing. I can't lie, that is
I'm going to be real.
I'd rather Elise over Bowen.
And Cuckoo, but that's a different debate, but
he can't really play wing forward though, man. I'm not saying
No, we can.
No, but I mean, I would rather it was somebody who was actually a specialist in that position. Do you get what I'm saying?
And Cuckoo, is a goal. Bro, you see in Cuckoo, he's got a bit more magic. When I say imagination, I think in tight spaces, he can do more than Bowen. I think Bowen is very much like on a counter and, as you said, like spacing behind, like you get the best out of Bowen.
Do you know who in Cuckoo reminds me of?
Yeah, go on.
And he's nowhere near as good as him, by the way.
Yeah.
Before anybody tries to cut my head off.
Yeah.
He reminds me with his finishing of Henry. He's got that like caress the ball imagination type finishing. Of course, he's not as good as Henry, but like I can't lie. I've been watching him this season, but I didn't let Matt know. And I do like his finishing. I can't lie. Like he's got like, yeah, I can't lie. He's got there's a swag about his finishing that I'm like, I look at it and I'm like, hey, do you know what? This kid, if he's under the right tutelage, this could be the one. It could be the one.
Cal, what are you saying about? Yeah, Cal, what are you saying about? Because I know obviously you think he's good, but you thought I'm not too sure, and that's not even me thinking. How do you feel about Nkuku now? Has your opinion changed, or do you still feel like you're not too like? There's something about it that's a little bit like.
My opinion's always been the same on Nkuku. I rate him.
Yeah.
Where does he play in our team?
If I'm being honest, he can play anywhere across the front three. Do you know what I will say, bro? He's practically what Sadio Mane kind of is now, can play across the whole front three, bro. I'm not joking. This brother can play right wing. In fact, furthermore, I'll go one better. He can actually probably play the 10 role as well. Bro, he's that much of a Klopp player that he's just so versatile that he'll almost become in fact, Cal's going to hate me for this. He would almost become our new Bobby Firmino. He's a Swiss Army knife, blood. I can't even front. He kind of is.
But that's the thing. I don't know if I want a Swiss Army knife anymore. I want a knife for the meat. I want a knife for cutting bread. I want different knives now, bro.
Klopp is always going to want a Swiss Army knife, though. That's the thing.
But we have
Klopp...
Swiss Army knives already.
Yeah, but Klopp can't get enough of them. You can never have too many Swiss Army knives in the Klopp.
Honestly, Nkunku or Bowen, bro.
You're not going to like my answer.
No.
Wow, no.
Say again. Tell them.
You know what? I swear Cal's trying to do the Heartbreak Kid thing today. I'm waiting for the Shawn Michaels music right now. Like
You're going to pick Bowen over Nkunku?
Not because he's a better player, but because we need, in my opinion, balance. We need a left-footed right winger. That's not Nkunku.
I get that. I get that.
That's like me saying, "Oh, would you guys rather sign?" I don't know. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Bloody Ousmane Dembele or bloody Joshua Kimmich. Kimmich plays right back or centre midfield. I'm taking Kimmich over Dembele. Like, even though Dembele might be more exciting and all that, and we need a right back. We need a centre midfielder. Kimmich does the job.
You're killing me tonight, though, bro. I can't lie.
It's not about who's better or not. And Kuku's better than Bowen. But for me, Bowen is what we need more than what we need in Nkunku.
I totally disagree.
Bowen is more. Hold on, say that again. We need Bowen more than Nkunku.
I think Bowen gives us more balance on the right than Nkunku would.
Oh, bro. You've been caught up in that English tax, bro.
I haven't. When was the last time? All right, when was the last time?
Let me guess. Are you Declan Rice over Shuameni as well?
No. I rate Declan though, but
I'm not gonna lie. You caught Cal a bit off guard there because Cal thought about that for a second.
No. But on the real though, guys, when was the last time?
I know you rate Rice high. I know you do.
No, you rate Rice. Excuse me?
When was the last time Nkunku played right wing?
Huh? No, I don't think Nkunku should come in and be a right winger. But as an overall player, I want him at Liverpool more than Bowen, regardless where he plays, bro.
Yeah.
Regardless of where he plays, I want him at Liverpool more than Bowen. I can't lie to you, bro. Bowen gives me like Downing vibes, where he's a talent, but we're just buying him because he played well at a lower club, and then he's going to come Liverpool and he's not going to live up to it, bro.
Why wouldn't he?
That's my mic.
We could have said that about Robbo, bro.
No, that was a different kettle of fish.
Hold on, Juve.
That was a different kettle of fish.
Are we not going too far the other way with that? Because he's English, because he's not a great known name or anything, that we're not rating him? Because you...
No, not that.
Because you both have said he's balled out more than Jota did before we signed Jota, but you were happy over the moon with Jota.
Yeah, but Jota was what we needed. Bowen is very similar to Mo, and I think if we buy a right winger, he needs to be different so we can be tactical and we can switch it up from game to game. There's no point buying a player who's very similar to Mo, because then you're just still the same, innit? Like, you need to have someone who's a bit different, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what? I understand that point. I do understand that point.
Do you know what it is, Carl? Yeah, she said it best. Here's the thing,
Me personally, I would go Neto over the others.
But I've
got no issue with Neto. I've got absolutely no issue with
Neto.
I've got no issue with Neto.
Because if Neto... You finished? Okay. If Neto goes back to old school Neto, remember, there was debates when we were saying Neto competing with Raf, and rightly so, because of the impact that Neto was having for his team, right? It's only because Neto's injured, that's why he's not talked about. All jokes aside. But
pre-injury, Neto was arguably the best young winger in the league.
And with Neto, not even that, with Neto, I feel like Neto's... Bowen is a very good goal threat, but it worries me that the team he's playing him, are they just getting the best out of him at West Ham? When you play for Liverpool, you've got to play a bit different. Not only that, you're not necessarily going to be first teamer all the time. Can you do that? Like, basically, can you do what Taki does even to a degree? Because if Mo does stay, and I'm going to say he is, because I want to be positive, right? I don't want to put the thing in the air. If Mo stays, can you do that? What Taki does? I'm going to
throw the question back at you guys. Could Rafinha or Anthony do it?
I think they can change the game a bit better.
Yeah, they can change the game now.
Bowen needs to start every game.
Can they sit on the bench and be all right with coming on and not maybe getting as many minutes?
Oh, you mean in that? I think Anthony would hold bench. I don't think Rafinha would.
But he's on the cusp of being Brazil's new superstar.
No, I mean for the first year. For the first year. I think for the first year.
Definitely.
No, Rafinha wouldn't. Rafinha wouldn't hold bench at all. 100%. Rafinha wouldn't. I think if Anthony got to come and play under Klopp for the first year, he'd be humbled the same way Diaz is. Don't get me wrong, he's got more of an attitude than Diaz, so he would be a bit harder to control in that way. He's more of a maverick. But I think for the first season, at his age, because remember, Rafinha's older than these men as well, so that's probably why.
Diaz is coming, and he's a starter. He was probably told.
Guys, just quickly.
But Diaz was willing to hold bench, I think, when he first came in. And earn his place in the team.
Sorry, guys. You lot just said, yeah, Raf probably wouldn't hold bench here. And you probably are right. But are we going to sit here and say, did you not even expect Mahrez to hold bench, especially a lot at the beginning? And you look at him now, it's probably kind of like got that spot more so a lot now, but it took him a little bit of a while to get that spot. Why is there not that suggestion that Rafinha could do?
If Anthony goes Man United, I'm going to have him.
Because here's the thing what I was going to say.
We don't pay high wages like that, Matt.
Here I'm about to say, you see Jota, when we bought Jota, everyone literally said Jota's back up. But he's back up. He's not starting rare-tear-tear. Jota got into some purple patch, when he started. Everyone's like, he should replace Mane. I was like, well, nah. They're different players. He's more of a goal scorer. Mane's a better left winger. End of the day, different, whatever debate, yeah? But Jota earned his way. He believed in himself to get into that first 11. Rafinha could do the same thing, though. I feel like we're being a little bit like, if we buy a player, he's just not going to be first team or he's not going to play a lot of games because we got Salah. Yes, we kind of got a point. Maybe out of all the players we have, maybe Salah probably the one where you think he's the one that will play 90% of his games in his position. However, who's to say that maybe to get the best out of Salah in his latter years, you get your Rafinha and especially your Anthony, who's a lot younger, by the way. He probably would have more patience to play that role.
I got a question for Cal. Musil says this quite well. Can't the same be said for Bowen, Cal? After the brilliant 2 seasons he's had, is he just going to hold bench?
Well, here's the question. Who else is in for Bowen?
I'm sure there'll probably be quite a few teams. I think even teams like Newcastle will start sniffing around Bowen in the summer.
Newcastle should sniff him.
Yeah, I reckon there'll be a couple teams sniffing around Bowen,
And if that's the case, then Bowen would choose Newcastle over Liverpool, in my opinion. But I'm saying,
how much do you think Bowen's going for? Like, how much would you pay? How much do you think he would go for, Cal, in your opinion?
What he'd go for and what I pay are 2 completely different things.
Because here's the thing. We got to think about cost effectiveness as well.
No, of course.
Well, he going to cost like, I'd probably say...
easily 60.
Bowen, no, but but that's the reason we ain't getting Bowen. Same
they
reason
want 80 for Rice.
But we got more chance, just kind of right. We got more chance of getting Rafinha if Leeds get relegated. I still think he's going Barca.
Well, a couple of people have reminded me about Deco making sure he goes Barca. I think that is probably done.
I think he's going Barca, but I'm just saying there's still more chance.
Bayern wanted him as well. Look, Rafinha's good. Rafinha's good.
Allow me, UC, man. Man just said Nunes and Anthony are Man U's priorities. If I watch my boys rock up at Man United, I'm going to lose my
about
shit,
Nunes
bro.
and Man United. I didn't want to.
I can't watch that shit, man. Nah. I can't watch that.
Apparently, Nunes is in talks with them.
Nah, I'm not hearing it. That's bullshit. It's all just.
I'm not
talk.
being funny, Drift. If that's what they're aspiring to, then good luck to them, bro.
Yeah.
I don't care about the new manager thing, bro.
It's not going to help me feel bad, though.
I'm gonna be real. Like,
I can't watch them play for Man United, man. Fuck no.
I think Anthony looks really pretty on the ball. I just don't think he's that guy that everyone thinks he is.
Bro, he's so young, man. If he gets molded by a Klopp, man, I'm telling you, bro.
Bro,
all he needs is guidance, bro. That's it, bro. If he gets the right guidance, bro, it's on. Oh, bro, I'm telling you, bro.
He's a technical magician.
He's old school Brazil, Cal. He's old school Brazil, but you know how hard it is to find the old school Brazilian, bro? There's not many of them anymore, Cal. They've been Europeanized. They're like very like pace and power and direct. You know, to find one of them old school Brazilians, you know how difficult it is, bro.
Here's a slight alteration. We kind of go away from the 2 wing forwards being the primary goal scorers. How about I give you a different scenario? Anthony is more the creator. He's the one that opens up the game with the low block. And you've got Fabio Carvalho, who, as things stand, is on his way to Liverpool. And he's the goal threat from the most advanced 8 position / number 10. He could be the guy. So maybe we're looking at it all wrong, thinking the right winger has to be the be all and end all because that's how we see Salah. Salah is the be all and end all. He's the goal scorer, he's the creator, he's everything. This right winger might not necessarily have to do that. He could be a bit more, dare I say it, old school Mahrez-y, where it's like you get goals, but the way how you open up the game is what you're there for, innit? Because
you're techie with it, Matt.
Yeah,
you're techie with it. Mahrez is just techie with it. It is what it is.
Yeah,
he's just
Mahrez
techie
can beat
with
any
it,
man at any time, 1-on-1, and he's that good at creating space.
And his finishing is brilliant as well.
His finishing is improved.
I'm not gonna lie, Mahrez does get slept on because of that bad year he had when he first went Man City. He's such a baller, man.
Bro, I've said from remember when
enough people sleep on him, you know, Cal. Enough people sleep on Mahrez. I'm not gonna lie.
Everyone said he's clearly the second best right winger in the league.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe he's earned his stripes again, but he was getting slept on for a while. You know, I'm not gonna lie.
I think when he was available, we were all. I think we was a bit annoyed. We were like, "Oh man," because we're sitting there saying, "Bro, Mahrez is cold, bro."
Yeah, he's cold.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, Mahrez is so. When Mahrez gets the ball and he takes that first touch, just best believe, you're gonna get cooked most likely. He's that
and
good.
The first touch is always impeccable. I don't think I've ever seen Mahrez miscontrol.
My technical ability is mad. I can't lie.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. Can I ask you guys a question though?
Yeah.
Jared Bowen has got 10 goals and 10 assists from inside right.
Hey.
Are we not sleeping on that? At West Ham. Remember, he's got no
teams
one.
Let him have space though, Cal.
No, but who's feeding him? What's West Ham?
He's playing every game, and
that's not my question, though, guys.
Okay,
who's feeding him at West Ham, and who's he feeding?
You got them man
don't
like
have
4 nows in them, man.
Though. Yeah.
Hey, don't sleep on them man like 4 nows, you know.
I'm gonna ask
Declan Rice 4 nows.
You know what? Carl's looking at me like I'm a mad.
What's his name?
Carl's looking at me like I'm Bane.
Why am I forgetting his name?
I said, "What's his name?"
No, it's just evaded me, man.
What's his name?
Bruv, you see,
not Ben Rama. Ben Rama. Yeah.
Ben Rama. Do you want to know Ben Rama's stats for the season?
No, but I'm saying he contributes to them being good on the ball and getting the ball to Bowen. That's what I'm saying.
Ben Rama 4 nows, all right, you know.
Yeah, even Lanzini's actually techie with it to a degree.
Seven goals, something like that. 7, 8, but them man are decent, you know.
Come on, guys.
I'm just saying West Ham's midfield isn't as bad as you're saying it is, bro.
No, but I'm saying you're telling me if he's doing that at that caliber, you're telling me he couldn't up it with Liverpool.
No, I think he could perform at Liverpool. I just think he's too sameish.
Fair enough.
Must have a little bit, just a little bit more imagination. I think that's.
Yeah, I need a bit more imagination.
Downing, bro. That's very harsh, you know.
I wouldn't go as far as Downing.
But you're not forgetting that Downing was one of the players of the season at Villa before we bought him. I'm not being shady. Before we bought Downing, he was one of the players of the season. He was balling out at Aston Villa.
Yeah, but
you can't deny that.
In hindsight, that was a one outlier season he had.
Yeah, but I mean, as a sample size of Bowen only being in the league for 2 years, we don't know whether that is his ceiling or if he can go to another level.
Well, last
you get
season,
what I mean?
in his debut season, he got 8 and 5.
Do you know what though, Carl?
I just don't know, man.
We made a very good point. He said, are we too fixated on, because are we doing the whole stats thing? And again, we don't watch West Ham like that, but I think it's one of those things where
just to be clear, you guys will know I've been screaming about Bowen since last season, before it became hype.
Yeah, you have liked Bowen for a while now.
When I say screaming about, I'm not saying I wanted him, but I've always said I rate him. Like he's good. I rate him.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Bowen's good, and if we signed him, I will be a bit like, but I hope he does a Jota because. Yeah.
If we sign Bowen, I can't even lie. If we go from Darwin to Jared, I'm gonna be like, exactly.
I'm gonna be real.
What she said.
Once again, you're gonna hate me. I'd rather Bowen than Darwin Núñez.
Yeah, I know you would, Cal. You broke my heart.
Would you rather Bowen over Rafinha and Anthony, though? He would be out of them 3.
He said it already. Let's not have him say it again, mate. It was madness. Let's not have it be said again. Let's just.
Cal didn't even say nothing. He was like, I don't know what to say.
As I said, on the ball, Rafinha and Anthony are better. Rafinha's attitude for me doesn't seem right. And I don't think Anthony's ready yet for us.
vexed. His team, bruv, he vexed. He's about to get relegated.
But bruv, we've seen Andy Robertson and Shaqiri and them man about to get relegated. That attitude didn't stink, bro.
No, but bro, I'm not gonna lie. Look how well Rafinha played last season.
His attitude's not like bad belly, man.
Rafinha's definitely got a touch of Neymar. He does.
He does, but can you blame him though when you're he's coming I'm not gonna lie, and KG knows this, so you can't even say shit. Some of the players that play for Leeds, fam, they shouldn't be playing in the
No, I agree, but that doesn't mean you act like that though.
No, but he's annoyed, bro. Look how good he is. He shouldn't be in the relegation. Emotions take over in it. He shouldn't be in the relegation fight, bro.
But you gotta be professional though, Matt. You do. You have to be professional, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Sorry, I feel like I've let you guys down tonight.
No, bro, you're entitled to your opinion, bro.
That wasn't my intention.
I'm just glad that you never said Rice over Schumann because we might have had to just...
No. But again, I rate Rice highly. I do. I rate him highly.
I don't know.
Do you know what? I think Rice might be the one going Man United as well, which I hope don't happen.
No, I think Rice might go Chelsea.
Shall I be real with you?
With what money, Matt?
If Rice and Bowen weren't English, people would actually rate them higher than what they do.
No,
but if he wasn't English, it'd be Basmati instead of Easy Cook. So straight away, it would be a bit easier to take. And
I'm telling you, we have a very unhealthy thing we do sometimes where we just overrate players because they're not English and we underrate English players.
But you see,
I love a good English player, but Carvalho, I can't wait for Carvalho to get
60, 70 million good. I think that's what it is, though. Man can't sit here and say.
I agree. But again,
how much is Declan Rice, bro? In your opinion, how much is Declan Rice?
How much do I think he's worth?
Is he better than Schumann?
No.
Is he better than Gravenberch?
They're different players, I'd say.
I don't know, man.
I'd say Rice is more of a 6/8, whereas Gravenberch is more of a 8/10.
I agree with that, actually.
Yeah, I
agree with my brother. I said, right. Funny enough, Rice has played a little bit more 8, but he's more of a 6/8.
Rice,
so you know something?
Rice is excellent, you know.
All right, let me ask you this year, because my brother said this to me as well. He was like, Rice is more of like a Henderson replacement type.
Yeah, better than Henderson was at his age. Way better.
But they are very similar players, though, Cal.
Yeah,
they are. They're very similar players.
But what I'm trying to say is,
he's way more technical than Jordan Henderson.
No, but you're remembering young Henderson was a lot more technical than we see now. I'm
talking about Henderson now.
Rice isn't more technical than a 22-year-old Henderson. I don't think.
100% he is, bro.
I disagree with that.
No, Rice got techers still. I can't. He kind of got.
I'm not having Declan Rice and techers put in the same sentence. I'm sorry.
No, bro.
He's very good, but I'm not putting techers and Declan Rice in the same
I'm gonna
sentence.
be honest. You see,
Rice at his age is way better than what Henderson was.
You're focusing on the term techers. But let me just.
I've had a rough weekend, you man.
Technically, I'm not gonna lie, bro. There's an
argument gonna make me flipping massage the creases out of my head to Ross with all this.
There's an argument about who's better from a technical point of view.
I mean, Rice is better with both feet. I think he's got a better shot. I think he's probably got better progressive passing, and he's a better dribbler.
Man, I'm forgetting about young Hendo, you know. But anyway.
I'm not. See, that's the one thing.
He's a way better dribbler. Are we joking here, guys?
When they both dribble,
I've had a rough weekend, innit? I've had a rough weekend.
Yeah.
You actually need to watch a bit more West Ham still. Maybe I watch a lot of West Ham.
Man, I rate Rice, but what you know it is, bro, he ain't no Gravenberch, ain't no Schumann for me.
Of course not. But we're talking about Henderson and Rice right now. I love Hendo. But bro, have you seen when Rice is in a sticky situation? Man can play his way out of a sticky situation. Hendo.
No, you're right. I don't want to say this, man.
Right, all I'm saying.
That's a big thing there.
Rice can play still.
No, Rice can. Here's the thing. Rice can play. He can play. He actually can play. He can. I'm not denying that. What it is just that
I think
Like
so.
I
I
said
say what it is
before.
because his price has been valued so high.
Yeah,
People
that's
look
why
at it and
man.
think,
Yeah. Man is screwing up face. But even myself, I'm screwing up face though. There's no way I'm paying 60 mil for Declan Rice. Are you
and
mad?
I
And I
agree.
rate him. I
But
know,
that doesn't
and I
mean the
know,
player's
I
not
don't
good,
want
though.
Steve to come for me either. Big up Steve. I don't want him to like. I'm not saying that I rate him. It's just that I think it's the English thing where it's like that's why you have to compare him to people around his age and to the position that he plays in. He's not, in my opinion, he's not better than Tchouaméni. And even if they're the same, they should be around the same price. Do you know
Can
what I
I
mean?
just
Around
ask you a quick
40, 50,
question?
not 60, 70.
It depends on whether you're gonna like my answer or not.
I haven't liked any of them so far, so I'm ready for it. Has Declan Rice, to this point in his career, had a better season than 13-14 Henderson?
I need to go and get a drink. I'm not even playing.
Honestly, probably not.
He hasn't. No, he hasn't.
Okay, at least sanity prevailed. Jesus fucking hell.
No, he hasn't, though. He hasn't. But do you know what the flip side of the argument
I can
would
calm
be?
down a bit now. My blood pressure
You know what the
started
flip
to
side
come
would be,
down
though?
a
You know what
bit.
the flip side would be? He's never played in a team where he can, like, bro, look. It's
No,
one of them ones, innit?
because remember, as we've already stated, our 13-14 team had a couple of world-class players in it, but overall, it wasn't really meant to do what it did that year.
West Ham don't have one world-class player, though.
No, but that's not the point.
No, it is the point.
We'll have to bring it back to Payet days.
No, all
like,
right,
and
look,
Rice
look.
won around back then.
Look. I'm
Bro,
look.
Rice is defending Craig Dawson and them, man.
I like Rice. I think
The
Rice is a good
tactical-
player.
Rice is good. Like, Rice is
I like
good.
Rice. I think Rice is a good player, but I don't know, man. I don't know. It's mad still.
I'm gonna read some. So I apologize, Drift. I know I'm sorry. Peter says, any suggestions for shows like 2.5 Men, The Office, and The Ranch? I'm trying to find, but it's so hard. Modern Family.
Oh yeah, Modern Family. For real.
Modern Family.
You know what? It's really cheesy, but Roommates. I don't know if any of you lot have seen Roommates. Yeah, it's got my man from Scrubs and Clueless.
I think so.
The black guy with the mole on his yeah, I can't remember his name, but he's really funny. I like him. He's in it, and a couple of other guys. But yeah, it's quite good still.
Jamrock says a combination of Nkuku and Darwin would do that.
Yeah, Nkuku and Darwin would be kind of serious still.
If we signed Nkuku and Darwin, my word, that's what that'll have me whelmed. That's the type of thing that'll have me like all up on the flipping, you know what I mean, on the thing just skanking out, man. That's the type of transfer really.
I think we need to chill.
Edward says Rafinha is a big no-no. His attitude stinks, and his downing tools is disgraceful. Jurgen wouldn't have that in our squad. Goncalves for me, or Orizabal.
I'm not even gonna lie, Goncalves, you know what I mean? It's a shout still.
Goncalves is a decent shout still. M Shat says Kopish football challenge or Kopish golf round 2. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
PR says, does 2005 Liverpool win the 2015 Prem? 2012 Chelsea versus 05 Liverpool. Who won the 2015 Prem? Was that Leicester, innit?
Yeah. No, I can't lie.
Leicester 2016.
No, it must have been 15 because I think
Leicester?
Chelsea was 16.
No. 2015 was Chelsea.
Yeah,
Was it
2016
Chelsea? Was that
Leicester.
Conte's Chelsea? Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was Mourinho's Chelsea.
Yeah. Mourinho won it.
Shit,
14,
yeah, it was
15,
with Fabregas and
16.
Costa,
No,
innit?
we would not.
Yeah.
In 2005,
No, we wouldn't have beat that team. No, we
Yeah.
wouldn't have beat that
Leicester
team.
16, 17, I think. Yeah.
2012 Chelsea's team versus 05 Liverpool's team. If it's a
Ooh,
Champions League,
that would have
final,
been a close game.
yeah, I'm gonna go Liverpool. Just
I'm guessing Pete's question is based on how easy it is to win the Champions League or the Premier League. I'm guessing.
yeah, I'm guessing so as well.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. 05 Liverpool is never beating 2015 Chelsea though. No way.
No.
No.
Well, it shouldn't do, but strange things have happened. AC Milan, we move.
Jamrock says, honestly, don't think Klopp wants a number 9. Pissed.
Yeah, so am I, bro, because it's actually annoying not having an actual out-and-out striker at the club.
So here's the thing. I think Klopp does want an out-and-out 9, but the question is, who's out there?
His name's Darwin, Cal.
Drift is sold in this Darwin
Yeah,
Nunes thing, you know.
If Klopp could get Lewandowski on decent wages, Klopp would do it.
Well, I was just going to say, look, if he really wanted a number 9, wouldn't he just try his hardest to get Lewandowski?
I'm gonna be real with you, man. If we could get Lewandowski for 3 years,
Oi, bro, I don't care if he's 38. Bro,
if we were really about that life,
you know
we would try and get Benzema to play in England for a couple of years.
You know what? Now that we're about to play for the Champions League, he would never.
Lewandowski would be better, in my opinion.
Do you think so?
Under Klopp, yeah, man.
I think the way how the Premier
I don't know about that.
Benzema's sick. That's not me even trying to shade Benzema, but for us and the way we play, I think Lewandowski would fit us.
I think he can get more out of Lewa only because of the relationship he has in Lewa. He'll get more out of him.
Guys, honestly, you think if we couldn't afford Kane, Klopp wouldn't go for Kane?
No, it's true. It's true.
Don't get me back into those sports. Don't get me back into those sports. I've had a bad week. I was a rough weekend, man. I don't need to remember when I wanted Kane and I was told I couldn't have him, man.
Musa says if we transition to wingers like Anthony, we'll have to get a proper number 9 as he wouldn't get the goals we require from our wingers, and we're sleeping on Bowen.
And that's the reason why, Musa, we get Darwin at the same time. It's a package
and that's
deal.
Another
this
reason
is what
why
I'm saying.
Fabio Carvalho could be the missing, even though he's young, it's that goal scorer midfielder that could potentially take away some of the pressure from the winger as well, though.
I mean, what we really should do is we should stop pussyfooting around and we should actually just give Origi a new deal and play him.
Don't even speak about Origi right now, bro. Because
to be fair, I'm gonna be real.
Yeah,
when you consider the prices of these days, I'm still actually kind of shocked, but not shocked we didn't even attempt to get Haaland. I know everything when it all adds up is a stupid fee.
Matt,
Matt, where have you been, brother?
I'm just saying.
Liverpool paying 200 mil combined package.
When
did we get taken over by new ownership?
No, but it's not that deep when you consider. It's not as when you consider the amount of years that you're going to pay. It's not like you just.
I agree, man. You don't have to send it to me.
It's over a certain amount of time, but it is what it is, isn't it? They've got him now, innit? So it's just me.
Yeah, Lewandowski probably. Ooh, imagine Lewandowski, man.
Outside of Lewandowski, Haaland, Kane, and Benzema, could we even name another top 5 strikers?
Darwin Nunes.
No, but I'm talking about just in general. Another 5 top strikers. We probably couldn't. And I'll be honest with you, Darwin Nunes is a good striker. I wouldn't say he's a top striker.
No, but I mean, if you're talking about the next breed of guys, he's in the category of the next breed of guys down after that.
But that's my point, though.
I mean, you'd have to put Ronaldo in that list, innit?
Yeah, but there's a massive shortage of strikers. A massive shortage.
Yeah, do you know what? Because everybody's kind of phasing them out a bit now, innit?
Is that because
like your Ollie Watkins and that are becoming a rare breed, isn't it?
That's what I'm asking. Is that because they're becoming more of a hindrance than a help? Because let's be honest, if Darwin plays for us and he doesn't score in a game, he'll probably contribute absolutely nothing.
No. His link-up play is good, you know.
It's not, Jeff.
No, it is, bro. It is.
Not, bro.
Nah, bro, it is.
Yeah. We'll have to agree to disagree. His link-up play is meaty. Jota's better on the ball than Darwin Nunes.
Oh, come on. No, he's not. He's not.
Doogie says some people have theories that we are doping big up. Yeah, I've heard about this. Yeah. They'll click on
Liverpool.
Yeah.
Well, That's crazy. Heard of that.
Yeah, because it's crazy.
That's crazy.
Jamrock says Darwin praised Klopp. Sorry, Klopp praised Darwin almost creepily, to be honest. I'll be honest, because you run the accounts at Liverpool, Jamrock. Sorry to out you like that. I wouldn't be surprised if we are in for Darwin. You're speaking about him a lot still.
He does say a lot.
You know when Jamrock gives us little hints but doesn't say what he wants to say.
Yeah. Them ones. He's trying to put you in the right direction.
I know for a fact he's running the accounts at Liverpool. Sorry to out you like that, Jamrock. No one knows your real identity. But we know you're running things down Anfield. Something's going on.
Right, let me know, Jamrock. Let me know if I can get excited about Darwin coming through the door. Yeah,
that's amazing. So I just read something that Haaland, even though obviously the package is mad over, and again it's over 5 years, they were just talking about on one of the papers saying about how but the main thing is his wages will be in parity with like Grealish and KDB, and I think Grealish signed for. I think Grealish signed for 300,000 a week. I think KDB's on 375, and although those are astronomical wages, I did think at the time when they were going to sign him, he was going to be at like 500. So just goes to show you, man, they've got
Matt, is this like that time when Neymar went to Barcelona and everything was supposed to be normal? Then we found out his dad got like 38 million under the table. Yeah.
Allegedly, yeah.
There is absolutely no chance that Haaland is on 300 grand a week, and that's it.
No, he's not. He's on parity of KDB. He's just under 400, but which.
And by the way, can we talk about the fact that if Grealish is on 300 grand a week, what the actual fuck?
Bruv, there's worse ones than that.
KDB's on like 425 as well. KDB's in the 400s. Remember, man negotiated his own contract, bro. Said no middleman needed. I'm your captain. I'm your best player. What am I getting?
That man can do that.
What do you want? 425. All right.
That man, they can ask whatever, and it is what it is.
Man.
Crazy.
Man's on 425 and couldn't even play the Champions League final with a black eye.
Bruv, he's fractured his eye socket, bro.
I've seen man finish fights with a fractured eye socket.
No, you ain't, bruv. Not fractured ice. Not fractured ice.
Bruv, let me shade Man City, man. Let me just, they're getting on my nerves, bruv. Let me shade them, bruv.
Not a fractured ice. All right, before we head off then, let's quickly talk about the fights. First and foremost, Drift, Canelo, how are you doing?
I told you about a rough weekend, Cal.
All right, cool. Matt.
It'll get him back. It'll get him back.
No, he won't.
I've seen
He'll get him back.
He's not beating Bivol. And you know what?
He'll get him back, Cal.
I'm not even here to shade Canelo. I rate what he tried to do. He leapt for greatness and it didn't work out for him. Nothing on him for that. I rate what he did.
Yeah,
Floyd would never have jumped up that amount of weight. So
I was going to say, bruv, what Canelo's done in his sport, I can't even lie to you.
Floyd out here fighting the Paul brothers and all this, bro.
Yeah, it's bro, Floyd's out here doing exhibitions against guys that haven't even got a proper boxing license.
Miss me out with that, Floyd. Do better than that.
But I've seen you say that. Charles Oliveira, bro. Like,
hold on. Before we get to that, Chandler.
Oh my gosh.
Do you know what? A piece of me died,
brother.
Yeah. Do you know why?
A piece of me died.
You know why?
Man gave him the Naby Keita kick, bro.
No, but you know, Matt will probably be the one who know about this. You remember in Street Fighter 5, there's a part in the animation when Sagat does a kick, brother. It's exactly like that, bro. It's just a big foot, bro, that just comes up in the thing, bro. Oh, bro. There's absolutely no way you can get finished like that. A piece of me died when I watched him fold like a deck chair.
Because Ferguson rolled back the years for the first part of the fight. And I was like, raw, this Ferguson's looking different.
Ferguson was going to win that fight.
Bruv, I thought he was going to win that fight.
Chandler needed a moment. It was only a moment that was going to win Chandler that fight. Ferguson, and he got it. And oh my God, did he nail it?
Just quickly, guys.
Wow.
I need to ask you both this question. Yeah, oh my gosh. Face dysfunctional madness, bro.
He collapsed like a deck chair, man.
It's horrible. Tony has to retire for that. You can't take shots like that. And
I want Ferguson to retire now.
Pablo was on my stream when I was doing the watch. my reaction to it was mad still.
I'm gonna go watch it, right? I watched half of it. I'm gonna go watch it.
Was mad.
Just quickly, last before we go, Charles Oliveira.
Different.
He's different. I'm gonna ask you another question.
Yes.
This is a tough. Oh wow,
yes.
Man, that's what I'm gonna say. Could he beat Habib?
Yes.
What about you, Drift? Could he beat him?
He could beat him, but we're talking about probability versus possibility, right? It's possible he could beat him. Habib would probably win though. But what I'd love about that fight, which is why why Peak Ferguson would have been so good for that fight, is it would be nice to watch Habib fight someone who he knows is actually just as much of a problem on the ground as they are on their feet, to see whether he'd be reluctant to go to the ground. Because if you watch that fight, I know Gaethje's got no ground game, but I've never seen someone so nervous to engage on the ground. I've never seen anybody. So he knocked him down and knew he was dazed and still didn't engage on the ground because he's like, this brother's going to wrap me up on the ground so quickly. I don't want none of this beef.
But you saw it though. Man put him in
I know, bro.
And then transition to a
bro, he gave up the submission 3 times or 2 times, knowing he could just get it back anytime he wanted, bro.
Reverse triangle and then the rear naked choke.
And he even adjusted the rear naked, bro.
Man tried to move his hands, he slapped the hand out of the way.
I'm gonna be honest, that's a fight that I just think I'm gonna be honest, as great as Habib is, Oliveira's so complete to the point where I'm not saying that I'm not trying to say who would even win, but I just think it would be such a matchup because Habib is the guy with the ground game, right? So Oliveira will be like, we can do the stand-up thing if you like. It's cool. I've got hands in it. Man will knock man out.
Oliveira's accuracy, bro. Bro, it's the precision.
No, but he hits harder.
Timing beats speed, bro. It's the precision. When he throws a thump, Matt, he don't miss the target. If you watch Oliveira's punches, he doesn't miss the target.
He's got underrated power.
There's no winging and swinging and all that. It is bang, pop right down the middle. Bang.
He's so complete. The man's got the high guard and bruv, he walks you down.
It's the Muay Thai guard.
Bruv, it's mad. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not trying to say
he's deadly.
Habib would find it so hard. And here's the thing, even on the ground, even though Habib is, for me, still the ground king, so to speak, I'm not going to lie to you. It probably changes his mindset knowing how good Oliveira is on the ground. So even
let me ask Cal, because Cal's more of an expert at this. When you're an apex predator wrestler, scrambler the way Habib is.
I wouldn't really say Habib's a scrambler, though.
He's not a scrambler, you know?
Yeah, fair enough. Well, wrestling, regardless of whichever one. Would you... No, you're right, actually. Yeah, scramble is not... But he never really gives anyone a chance to scramble. Yeah. Do you believe you still in the back of your mind would be Bummy of an apex jiu-jitsu specialist?
Well, here's the thing. A brilliant wrestler usually counters a great jiu-jitsu player. But the thing is with Habib... And here's where it gets into intricacies, and this is why when people say Khabib's the GOAT, it kind of winds me up a little bit. Not because I don't rate Habib, but because this, even though he does the same, he's almost like the Ronaldo of MMA. Like you always know he's going to score a goal, but he does it in different ways. He gets the takedown, but he rarely gets the takedown in an open setting. It's because he pushes you back to the cage and then gets the takedown. And when he gets a takedown, he waits for a little bit. He'll just tie you up, then he'll get his position, and then he'll take you down and he'll start beating you up. It's phenomenal. No one's been able to stop it. But when you look at his resume, he ain't fought a top jiu-jitsu guy, or he ain't fought someone who's got both. Charles has got both. Charles has got fantastic striking. He's got fantastic jiu-jitsu. Poirier's got excellent striking, but he's good on the ground, just good. Connor, fantastic striking, average on the ground. Gaethje,
at best,
excellent striking, average on the ground.
Probably worse than Connor on the ground.
All right, bruv. Oliveira does both, and Oliveira is not going to let you back him up. So, and Khabib's striking is nowhere near Oliveira's. Nowhere near. And Oliveira's variety of striking as well is different.
So true. It's the strike. It's John is as well, as you said.
Like even the knees and all that, he's throwing knees from random position, elbows from random position.
When a man takes the center of the octagon as well, like you're not doing that to Oliveira.
Yeah, he sprints
you're
over
not
to
doing that.
There's still a part of me that feels like if Gaethje composed himself, there's something about Gaethje in title fights when he seems to get this like nervousness that he doesn't usually have.
No, John, it is about Gaethje.
He said though, he knocked him down. Are you gonna jump into his guard, bruv?
No, but he was like swinging, bruv. There was one time he fell over because he put so much power in the overhand. Like
in there with someone thinking, "Rah, I've just knocked him down twice," and while he's on the ground, he's smiling at me, telling me to come down and join him.
Yeah,
there is a part of it. There was a point though when he had him rattled that I think maybe he could have capitalized on it because I don't think Oliveira's head was clear enough. But Oliveira's an absolute G, man. He's an
Never will I
absolute
doubt
G.
Oliveira again, man.
Plus, I think that I do think Gaethje also shouldn't have gone away from the leg kicks, because I think if he'd have stuck to the leg kicks, he could have caused more damage. Because them first two leg kicks he landed, Oliveira actually was limping a little bit.
No. Only
because he kept on lifting the leg.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, but then you got to time it better. That's the thing. He started being too predictable with it, Cal. You got to hit that leg kick off of a jab. You got to start mixing up. He started to just be so like.
But that's not just, as you said. But bro, that's not Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje's like, I'm gonna give you throw everything that I have. Here's the thing about Oliveira. Oliveira for me is more tactical as well, bro. You got to pick your time when you kind of know when you got to go in the offensive. When you know, bro. Do you know what Oliveira did? He took the bang from Gaethje and was like, yeah, that kind of hurts still. Let me lie down for a little bit and see if my man wants to come down to the ground. Because I'm not gonna lie, he ain't gonna take me on. Bro,
because there was a delayed. Do you remember the one that was delayed? He was rocked after that one, you know.
He was. Yeah, Justin, you know what? Justin got rocked as well, you know, early in that fight as well.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. It was a brilliant fight. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Oliveira is a G, man.
And I know the weight thing is kind of mad, but for me, in my eyes, he's still the champion. In my eyes.
Oh yeah, he's a champion still.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, he's a G. I would love it, but I don't think Khabib's gonna come back. When you're a man of that many principles and you make a promise,
he won't come back.
And all that, I don't think he'll come back. Man.
He comes back if Charles fights Makhachev and beats up Makhachev, Khabib comes back.
Yeah, but bro, he made a promise to his mum on his dad's deathbed. It's different. It's like I don't see how anything encourages him to break that.
Makhachev does.
No, unless his mum actually tells him it's okay, I don't think Khabib comes back.
Drift, if Makhachev gets beaten up by Charles,
what? So what are you saying? The only thing that it's gonna be a loyalty thing that's gonna bring him back, basically, is what you're saying. But he's still got more loyalty to his mum, though, bro.
Bruv, Drift, if you saw someone beat your little brother up, are you just gonna stand there and not want to do anything about it?
I know what you're saying.
It depends what mum says, Cal.
He's got strong principles.
His mum is the head of the household, Cal. Not on the real. His mum is the head of the household. It's different. It depends what mum says.
You would say, all right, mum, I'm not going to do anything.
The thing is, mum might say, go get it done if little bro gets beaten up. So it's different, isn't it? All I'm saying is, unless his mum says he can come back, I don't think he'll come back.
I hear you. He's got his morals and his beliefs are very even when
they're unbreakable, Matt. They're unbreakable. Let's keep it apart. It made his mum a promise. Unless she says it's all right, he's not coming back. Man.
I'm trying to think if he said there was one interview where he said he would maybe. I'm trying to remember. I don't think there was, or maybe I was just thinking it. But I'm gonna be honest. Do you want to know something?
That makes him even more of a G if it's true.
Oh, swear down.
No, my God, you Bronx.
Hey, you know what? That's serious, bro.
Yeah, I've also always wondered how somebody can be so brilliant in the ring if they need glasses. Because
that's another thing I was going to say. His vision's messed, you know.
Yeah, is he long-sighted or short-sighted, Cal?
Bruv, he says sometimes he's in there and he sees 3 people.
Oh my days! So he just grabs. So you know what he does? He grabs the one in the middle.
Bruv, he's Daredevil, bro. He's Daredevil.
That's mad. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my days! He's Daredevil. It's even crazy. Worse. He's the G.
Boy, different with it. But yeah, man. No, I rate Canelo, and you know what? He took a chance. He's destined for greatness. He strive for greatness. I rate it. Absolutely rate it.
Yeah.
People, before we head off, we are going to be back tomorrow. Big game, Aston Villa.
Indeed.
Join us for the watch along. Hopefully, we will be celebrating a win. If we don't win, I don't know what the mood's going to be like.
But if we don't win, I'm not going to lie. It's going to be a long. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, man.
It's going to be a rough one. But obviously, we look for the win.
We got to win, man.
Thursday, Prem panel show. Friday, call-in show. FA Cup finals. Saturday, we'll squeeze in a preview at some point. Make sure you guys follow us on social media. We are on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. And you can also listen to this on podcast as well. So, guys, if you know anyone who's a Liverpool fan or anyone who just likes a bit of general football chat, please steer them in our direction. Matt Drift, anything you want to say before we take the
I was going to say, I don't want to drag it out because I know we've gone a little bit over time. Big up everyone, as always. Smash that like button, you know what to do. And go check out the preview as well that me and Ram did earlier when it's already out. If you haven't, big up everyone who's in there already. Quick question, because you guys weren't on the preview. Let's not go into it because it's emotional. It's emotional, but I've got to ask. If Stevie G beats us tomorrow,
don't.
and it's the point that stops us winning the league because City do drop points. How do you feel about Stevie? And while you're trying to think, and while you're trying to think of how to get out of that, how does Gerrard approach tomorrow's game? Because he has to be professional. We got to keep it a buck. He is paid as an employer. How does he approach tomorrow's game?
I'm gonna be real.
Win. Let me tell you something. Sorry, before you answer, Matt. You see if your brethren scores tomorrow or does anything to mess us up. That's all I'm gonna say there.
There's two factors.
After he's done nothing for the last few weeks. All right, make it happen and see what happens.
I think I was talking about Bendia, but
anyhow,
right, in all honesty,
and if Gerrard celebrates when Aston Villa score?
I'm gonna be a real fan. If Gerrard celebrates like he's done a madness,
what if he runs down the touchline if they score?
He won't do that.
He won't. He would never do that. He would never disrespect us like that, though. He would never do that. He would never do that. One thing he would do though is because he's a human being, he probably potentially could get carried away with his emotions though, and that's why he has to be careful because it's guys like me that will check him if I see him. It'll be like, bro,
didn't do that. But you see that other brother there,
bro.
He don't care about.
You can't be doing them things there. You can't.
Gerrard cares about our club. That other brother don't care about our club.
So if Gerrard takes points off us that stop us winning the league, closing statement on how you feel about Stevie.
He did what he had to do. If it's Coutinho, it's bunning forever.
Now I'm gonna be honest. If Gerrard stops us from potentially winning the league, we've got to have a conversation. Still,
no, we don't. Because it wouldn't be Gerrard. It wouldn't be Gerrard that stops us from winning the league.
No, but it's his mentality, innit? That make them man they go and want to play in it and try to bad us up.
So what? You expect him to send his team out not to win?
No, but I'm expecting to do what he's done the last couple of weeks and just act like he don't give a damn because he's thinking about next season.
Boy, all I'm saying.
Can I be honest
let me
with
ask you
Cal?
this. Let me ask you this.
I do expect him to send his team out not to win.
Bruv, right. Can I be honest with you? If he sends the team out and you can see Villa are playing the best football they've played in a month, we got a problem. We actually got a problem. No, we got a problem. I'll tell you why. All jokes aside, Villa have been on some honeymoon period for about a month.
To be fair, their last result was good though.
Yeah, no, it was. They won the other day.
Well, they've won two out. They won their last two.
Have they?
Yeah, they moved up Burnley the other day. They moved.
Yeah, but it's two in their last They
were really bad before that. Yeah, they were really bad.
Out of their last five, they've drawn two. So they've drawn one, lost two, and won the last two.
Yeah, they're just in that kind of mode where,
as I said,
it's a title race. I ain't got time for that nostalgia. I love Gerrard, didn't it? No matter what happens, we're all gonna love him. But if he puts on some hell of a performance where we're all sitting there at half time thinking, bruv, Coutinho's moving like Coutinho from way back, and Ollie Watkins has turned into prime R9 again and all that bullshit. I'm not gonna have it. I can't even lie because I want
to see Tyrone Mings in the DM position. I want to see whoever their backup goalkeeper is playing.
Be like, let's get involved in this title race.
I want him to say before the game he's rested Ollie Watkins and Coutinho, because they had a little knock in training which they didn't have. I don't care.
I want to see Matty Cash playing centre back. If I don't see that, there's a problem.
Anyhow, Coutinho does. I'm talking about an assist for an assist for an assist. If he does anything, I swear.
Bro, I don't think he starts. I actually think Buendia starts because he started the last game. And
well, here's the thing, bro. He's had Buendia start the last two games because Coutinho needed a rest. What if he was resting him for us?
Not because he needed a rest, because he was stinking out the place. That's why they dropped him.
I'm gonna be real. There's no way he's resting. If he rested Coutinho for us, I'm not gonna lie. Me and Gerrard are gonna fall out. There's no way.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I will find it quite difficult to not have a bit of an issue with him if, as Matt said, they are like really going hard and they're proper playing some of their best football. And be like, well, where was all this before then? I'm not gonna lie. I'll have a little bit of an issue because Steve Bruce used to give Fergie points all the time. All the time. You just got to be an undercover agent sometimes. Do you remember how many times Steve Bruce used to make sure Fergie got them points, bro? Nah, come on, man. Come on.
It can't happen, bruv. It
Gerard,
can't.
Come on.
I'm not. What am I gonna call my son?
Do you know how I know? Do you know how I know if Gerard is fully on this thing? If we see them play low block, Aston Villa don't even know how to play a low block. If they settle with low block, just know Gerard is actually like he's trying to mess.
I'm gonna be real with you guys as well, though. On the real, I don't want to hear you, man, really using profanity against his name during the game tomorrow because I know it can get heated sometimes. You see when the camera pans on him and we get annoyed sometimes at the manager, I can't sit there and have you, man, use profanity on his name.
You know, told me it's all fair in love and war, though, right?
No, Matt said that. I didn't say that.
No,
remember you, man, was saying how you, man, just wanted to just ski up Benitez, deal with this matter like real quick,
bro. It's 100% war. This ain't Gerard Liverpool right now. We're facing Gerard Aston Villa. We can't think about sentiment. We have to win this game, but I want to finish these, man. I don't really care for
tomorrow.
Them.
He's Steven.
I really don't care, bro.
Yafri says, you guys worried about Salah's form? No, not yet.
Salah needs to bag against Aston Villa as well, because again, they're not the best defensive team either. So
I am. I'm 100% worried about Salah's goals.
No, man, he scores tomorrow, bro. He scores tomorrow.
No, fair enough. But I am worried about his goals going forward. I wouldn't even play him tomorrow, man.
No. He needs to score tomorrow, bro. He needs his confidence back, bro.
Nah, he needs to be fully ready for that FA Cup game at the weekend. I wouldn't play Salah tomorrow.
I would.
There's quite a lot of players who wouldn't be playing tomorrow in my team.
Bro, we need that win, man.
I wouldn't be playing Virgil either. Matip and Ibu can handle Aston Villa.
Well, I don't know. But
people, prime R9.
We're gonna sign off here. Obviously, tomorrow's gonna be a bit of a sticky one. Still,
it's emotional, man. It's hella emotional.
This is what we do. People, smash the like button on the way out. Thank you all for watching. Till tomorrow, stay safe, stay blessed. We are Kopish. We are out, people. Take care.
Peace.